Oh yeah. All right. We're back, baby. We just had some technical difficulties, but it got worked out right before the show, my man. Yeah. Come on. You're now tuned into the late night show. I'm your host, Gunsmoking Don. For the next couple of hours, we're gonna be talking some shit. Like we always do about this time. So y'all sit back and relax and hit the damn like button. You understand? We just released another YouTube short this morning, this afternoon, whatever. It did I. Yeah. I guess the trolls didn't complain. They must be busy today. Probably involved in some stupid riot somewhere. Fuck. Anyway. What up, Templar? Big E. All my peoples is here. Danny Green. Damn. Danny Green is on time today. What the hell's going on? What the hell is going on? Danny Green boy. Carmine's early too. These guys usually show up late. What the hell's going on tonight? What's tonight? Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. What the hell's going on? Shit's gonna hit the fan in LA? I don't know. I doubt it. I think they're gonna clean up the mess. Thank you, Templar. Shouts to the person in the bushes. Shouts to the bushes person. Yeah. Alana was the first person in here. I appreciate you, Alana. What's up, Jules? Yeah, all right. Rob Jean 2. What up, Rob Jean 2, boy? Is that Rob Jean? Yeah, that's Rob Jean, motherfucker. Was that Rob Jean AI? What the hell's going on? I'm going to cut the music now. I'm getting sick of it. All right, good. Now I feel better. All right. Well, I haven't really read the news today too much. Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to see what's going on. I know the riots are still going on, and of course, MSNBC and CNN are calling it peaceful protests. You know, then you turn on Instagram, you see people throwing cinder blocks off of friggin' overpasses, destroying police cars, fucking tagging up foul language on the friggin' walls all over the place, burning fucking garbage bins, city garbage disposal bins. They're burning, looting friggin' Foot Locker and Chanel and shit like that. I know you've seen it. Don't lie. That ain't peaceful, all right? I don't want to get into it because you guys are my loyal 35 people, but some of you are woke, I think, and I don't want to offend you. When I start talking this shit, you guys leave. So they're trying to bring it to New York too. The Mayor Adams said he ain't gonna accept that shit. He ain't got nothing to lose. He ain't winning the next election, so he figures, fuck it. If we're gonna have something, we're gonna have some goddamn law and order around this bitch. The mayor of LA, blah blah blah. Who gives a shit? She's incompetent. All right. Oh, all right. Let's get into some gossip news that you guys like so much. Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry are headed for divorce. Wah, wah. He says it's what do you say? I'm sure this guy's been through hell, you know. I mean, you saw her behavior during that whole space debacle. What was it? The Blue Origin. She came down to Earth after 10 minutes and kissed the mud like she hasn't seen Earth in fucking 9 months like the other astronauts. She was holding up a little daisy that she picked. She was watching it float in zero gravity. Woke shit, you know. We should all be more like this daisy flower. I guess after 9 years, she's had enough of this shit. There was a lot of stresses on their relationship. That's every relationship. But dating her must be a little bit crazier, you know? And to put up with that bullshit. Maybe he's not woke anymore. What's up, Bella? Take a peek. This made a good point. Yeah, the Marines are in. You got to see when the Marines came in. Those blocks over there were cleared out. I didn't see nobody protesting and standing in front of them, spitting on them. Those blocks were friggin' ghost towns. Anyway, let me see what this guy's saying over here with this shit. Check this link, boy. Better be good. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, okay. I'm gonna add this to watch later. I'm gonna save this for later. The Rubin report, huh? The hell you be watching, man? Rubin report. I never heard of this guy. 3 million subscribers. Must be nice. Must be nice to have 3 million subscribers, huh? Son of a bitch. Thank you, Becky Town. I'm gonna drop a link. See who wants to come on because I was gonna take off tonight, but since I had to take down last night's show, I figured, let me try again. let me try to monetize a video again tonight. You know what I'm saying? What up, Gardino? My scanner just went off. Something going off in LA and more in Chicago. You got a police scanner? What? What up, Nightmare Boy? Oh, it's Taco Tuesday. I keep forgetting. You never mind Taco Tuesday, all right? I'm going to come up with something else. Taco Tuesday. We'll come up with something else. Whoa. Kind of an American food. It starts with the letter T. I don't know. I can't think of it right now, but how about peanut butter and jelly Tuesdays, huh? How about that? Yeah. Make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on some whole wheat bread. Go ahead. Go ahead and do it. There's no more Taco Tuesday no more. It's peanut butter and jelly Tuesday. And tomorrow's New England clam chowder Wednesday. God damn it. Titty Tuesday. Yeah, forget about the friggin' peanut butter and jelly. Just put a titty in your mouth. Titty Tuesdays. Put some tits in your mouth. Forget about the friggin' tacos. If there are protests in New York, are you going to you know what? I should, right? That'll be some content. Maybe get some new viewers around here. Maybe get some woke around here. Holy Toledo. Do my eyes deceive me? Where the fuck you been, Nico? Comes in here, L'chaim. Shalom. Where the hell you been? Just disappear? I mean, what the hell's going on out there, Nico? The riots are on, and all of a sudden you're back. Did you join the militia yet? Have you been handing out flyers? What up, Armand? Armand boy. You been hitting those rallies? All right. Summertime. Preoccupied with rallies, I guess. Taco Tuesday is as American as apple pie. You really think Mexicans in Mexico are saying the phrase Taco Tuesday? That's true. Yeah. And I like tacos, man. I don't want people to ruin tacos for me. Don't ruin tacos, man. If you gotta leave, just leave, you know? Come the right way. That's all. We want you here the right way. If you got a criminal record, you can't be here. That's all. We don't need you procreating, creating little criminals that grow up to be big criminals. We don't need it. Anyway, I don't want to upset people. People get upset. Have some empathy. Got some fucking assholes still watching my channel. Have some empathy. I got a lot of empathy. I got more empathy than anybody in this fucking genre around here. Believe me. More empathy. You're just an idiot. You have empathy for the wrong type of fucking idiots. You know, they're the type of idiot that says, "No, please don't execute Ted Bundy. No, all executions must stop. Ted Bundy, no." Like, no, Ted Bundy was a murdering piece of shit. Killed over 100 girls, probably horribly, viciously. The horrors they've seen, those poor girls, and he got cooked, as he should. They should be doing it more often. No, where's your empathy? I'm gonna leave you for dead and stop supporting your channel. Fuck you. Fuck you. Remember, the only safe place is there, fucking Mulberry Street. Yeah, no, there ain't no protests on Mulberry. Maybe, yeah. Look, those guys are gone. It ain't like the 80s, you know. You try to take over Mulberry Street, you'll get fucking baseball batted and probably kneecapped. Probably get cursed out in Italian. Now, ain't nobody doing shit except locking their doors. Ted Bundy's a breath of fresh air. Yeah, that's the woke. Yeah, he would have, but I don't think he killed dudes. You know, only women. Piece of shit, the guy was. Look at this little surprise that just popped in backstage. Look at this fucking beauty.
What's up? What's going on, buddy?
Yellow. What's up, man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right, not bad. How's everybody doing tonight? Recovering. Oh my god.
Recovering?
Yeah, I had a rough night last night.
Yeah,
As you
well,
guys know. Huh?
you gotta drink, they say drink some pickle juice. A certain amount of pickle juice
Don't
kills the
keep me
hangover.
on too much salt. I've been
Saltwood.
crippling. Yes, I was. What's up, Daddy Green? What's going on? Dwayne, what's up? What we got there? Night. What's up, Nightmare? What's up, Russell?
Ted Bundy
I
got as far as he
made
did.
sure not to drink tonight. Yeah, she told me to behave, so I had to. Becky, what's up, baby?
It's Sober Tuesday.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, boy.
Taco.
Taco, 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 taco kisses for my beard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Shout
yeah.
out to Queen Latifah.
Yeah, shouts to Queef Latifah. Who you calling a queef? UNITY. UNITY. That's for unity. Who you calling a queef?
What's
Yeah.
up, Bella? What's going on, baby? Templar. What's going on, man? Any good stuff? Any good news?
Nah, I'm just getting started, man. I don't really know what's going on out there. I haven't really read the news today.
That rioting shit is fucking terrible out in LA.
Supposedly it's spreading now, and of course CNN and MSNBC are calling it a peaceful protest. I did see that earlier. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Again
Yeah,
with
well,
the peaceful protest?
maybe they should be doing a peaceful protest over there in their neighborhood. See how peaceful it is. You know, all these reporters live in good fucking neighborhoods. What's up?
Exactly. They live in a
What's up,
fucking
dude?
they live in a
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
bubble. They act like there's nuns out there protesting for prohibition or some shit, you know?
Fucking
Like, no.
crazy.
These are radical invaders, all right? They're waving. Oh, and then when they see the Mexican flag waved, they're like, "Oh, they must have been paid actors. That's not real." No, it's fucking real, asshole. Turn on Instagram. It's real. We've been invaded,
Yeah,
you stupid fuck.
it's fucking
Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about it. I get upset. People get upset.
Yeah, yeah. Forget about it. Let's talk about better things like Queef Latifah.
Yeah, Queen Latifah. Ooh, Queefy first. Queefy's
Any
first.
good news from the? That's why I come. I come here to have a good time. I'll be honest with you. I love this show. I love your chat. They're good people. Um,
God bless his
panels
chat.
always panels always interesting. No bullshit. No nothing. We just fuck around. And then when you guys when we do talk fucking shit over here, we bring facts, man.
That's right.
You know
I,
you know.
I won't sit here and call it a peaceful protest. I'm gonna give you the facts. I'm gonna give you the real deal. People might say I have no empathy. I'm just giving it to you real.
Mm-hmm. Where's the dude from down under? Not Dwayne. Dwayne's here. What's up, Dwayne?
Shouts to Dwayne.
Um, and Philly Struns.
Philly Stroons.
Struns. Yeah,
Stroons.
yeah. Philly
Uh,
this.
Buick usually shows up late. You
Right,
know,
right.
he's probably just getting up. It's 11:39 a.m. over there. So a man
Right,
like him, he'll sleep till noon.
getting his nasal hairs trimmed.
Yeah.
I like Elio.
His ear hairs.
Yeah, like
Eh,
Elio. Remember? I don't have any ears. Where? Remember he fucking came out from Avatar?
Yeah.
He was shook. He was triggered.
Talk about my nose hairs.
There's a fucking there's a Walt Disney animation called Elio.
It's a Disney movie.
Why Buick? Oh, he doesn't like Buick.
Yeah, no, no, no. He loves Buick. They love each other. They're fellow Aussies
Yeah.
from
That's right.
different
That's right.
sides of the world.
Oh,
Um,
oh.
but yeah, no, Buick's always late. I don't know. He shows up like an hour in, like, hey, Michael
Hit the like
Moore.
button. It
Oh
won't
shit!
stop you. Hit the like button. Bella throwing down. What's up, Bella? Who
Thank you,
Frankie?
Bella.
Rio. Oh, that's Ahmed. That was weird. I thought that was A for tell. What's up, brother? What's going on? I hope everything's okay. That's my man right there. I like that kid. He's aces, man. Shout out to
Armand boy.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bella. Grazie, grazie.
That's
Ciao, fratello mio. This
and
guy's
the
singing
rent
you
the
a
stairs
Italian
like it
lullaby.
before. The rent
Huh?
the stairs like it before.
I don't know. I forgot what he said.
Descudi. She scudi. Come che capiamo mal. And he comes in, he goes,
Yeah, yeah.
mal means how we misunderstand each other. What an understanding.
Because after all, money's not
Così,
everything.
non sono tutte cose.
I would have called him a frog. He didn't fetch it against.
And yeah, right, I should get out of here.
Yeah. I'll open up the fucking door for you.
He's originally from Ridgewood, Artie
Which one?
Bucco.
Artie Bucco?
Yeah, and so is Bushwick Ridgewood section. The same shit. And so is the other guy from fucking Goodfellas, Frankie Carbone, Frank Savarese.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in The Godfather too. People forget that.
Well, he had a minor role, but yeah, he was there. How could you
You know,
forget that face?
yeah, right. You got them eyebrows like the Muppets. Looks like fucking Bert and Ernie.
And that friggin' hair like a Brillo pad.
He looks Arabic for real. You know when they say the Arabs invaded Sicily? Well, there you go.
Yeah. He's walking around like the Shah of Iran over there.
Yeah, yeah. He tells fucking Fanucci to sit down. Hey, Fanucci, that's it. He goes, oh, schools. Remember when they go see that girl in the play?
Yeah. I hate that shit. You go to a fucking theater or a concert or something, you got to walk through the row and everybody's got to stand up and shit. Or. I hate that shit, man.
That's why we stay home and sleep.
They should give like more room or something. Like make a fucking more narrow path. Those fucking ball games, they got a fucking steep fucking. You got to walk down. You could fall and kill
Yeah.
yourself walking down that
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Oh, yeah. You see that guy fall 20 feet?
Yeah, I've seen that shit before.
Yeah, that's fucking
You
crazy.
gotta be. It's life or death, fucking, to get to your seat. That ain't cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they
Now
pack
this,
them in. That's what they do. That's why everybody's like fucking sardines in these ball games on the movie theaters. They try to get as much seats as possible so they make more money.
yo, these Yankees pack them in too, man. Holy shit. To the fucking raft, all the way up to the fucking top. I don't even know how they can see anything. They got the fucking roof covering their view.
Yeah, I haven't been to as many Yankee games that I have Mets. I used to go. I've never been to neither one of the new stadiums,
Yeah,
but I remember like the old Yankee Stadium. That it was steep. Up in the bleachers, up in the
yeah.
fucking the stack over there was the bleachers. The last tier was very deep. It looked like it could fall right off.
Should be illegal, man.
Yeah,
Should be illegal. Whoever
but
designed that's an asshole.
yeah, but Shea Stadium was a garbage pail.
It looked like it, but at least I don't know. It gave the
It
city
was
character.
safer. It looked safer.
I remember taking the train and like the 7 train, and that's like the first stop when you get on is the Shea Stadium. So when the train pulls out, you
Mhm.
see Shea Stadium, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Now you see that goddamn city field. It's just I don't know. I watched my whole city just change before my eyes, and
Yeah.
everything's woke and radical now. The sky ain't even blue no more. Sky's like some white blue bullshit.
Every time I talk to somebody from New York, they always, especially my neighborhood, they always tell me
Yeah.
it's not what it used to be.
Nah,
Uh-huh.
the whole feel is gone. The vibe, the whole yeah. It's stupid
Yeah, I
people
know.
out there. The traffic is crazy. The construction, what they're doing with the dumb shit they're doing, and it
Mm-hmm.
never stops. It never stops. And then the potholes. They'll fix a fucking street curb for some stupid pedestrian initiative to save lives. They'll make the curb thicker or whatever. But they
Uh-huh.
won't fix the fucking potholes. They got the money for that, but they don't fix the fucking craters all over the fucking streets where you can't drive around without fucking up your car.
Yeah.
I
When
mean,
I was
everywhere.
yeah. When I was a kid in Queens, right? If it snowed, that fucking snow stayed there. Nobody plowed those streets in Queens.
That's happened in the past once, like every 10 years. That happened like 15 years ago.
But that,
And
yeah, I mean, especially streets like in Middle Village and parts of Glendale, man, they could have stayed fucking.
bro, for like 6 days straight, 7 days almost, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
We weren't used to that over here. Usually the streets were always fucking plowed. But this one year, like there was like 2011, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the last time it really got big snow like that.
Really.
Yeah, and then the trucks didn't come for days, and the trucks were stuck even when they tried to plow it because they
Mm-hmm.
waited. They didn't stay on top of it.
Yeah, and then it got icy and shit.
Then they found out Mayor Bloomberg was conveniently in fucking Bermuda, having a nice
Yeah.
little fucking vacation during the storm.
Well,
Cocksucker.
they didn't even go to Queens until Giuliani became mayor.
And I was fucking snowed in. And then my
Mm-hmm.
boss calls me, "You coming to work?" I'm like, "What do you mean come to work? I can't. What the fuck? Nothing to shove it outside. You got fucking 5.5 feet of fucking snow out there.
Yeah, crazy.
Nobody's doing shit."
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
So have you done any good work? Any good pieces together working on?
me,
Yeah.
I just put out a YouTube short this morning. I mean, I was working on that. I got to work on some new type of YouTube shorts now. I always try to switch it up.
Mhm.
So now I got to come up with a new idea. I think I'm going to come up with some more of that interview type short shit.
I like
And
those stuff you did with the mob stuff and you change the names and stuff like that.
yeah, I mean, I got bored with that quick. But
Ooh. Call again, Bane.
Carla Gambino, I just wanted to see if I could do it like they do it, like James Proctor and shit, like how he puts out a YouTube short.
Mm-hmm.
Al Serio Badalamenti was born in 1905. It's like, the fuck? Like, I could do that shit. And I did it. I did it. And I did it better.
I'm beginning to think sometimes it's not the content that people put out as much as the people they got, because
The personality?
no, well, if a lot of people go to this guy, right, and he's telling us things that we already know, that means he's voicing it to people that don't know much about the mob. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. But he's good. I mean, he's good at what he does. He does it. You know, I don't. Okay, he tries. You know.
Oh, he definitely tries, and he succeeds, I guess.
Yeah, and he puts out a lot of stuff, different families and everything. So I mean, I personally couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, not not to all the families. I can talk about my stuff, but I can't talk about other stuff because I really don't know a lot about it.
I don't even know where they come up with this subject matter. I mean, after a while, I would run out of shit. These guys, they keep it consistent. They're always coming up with a new guy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they always get the research, federal transcripts, or whatever the fuck they're looking at. Pacer
He
boy. Huh?
short stays relevant.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, he does all the five families. He gets stories that I haven't heard. Well, that's not hard to do. Stories that I haven't heard, especially with the other families, you know.
Yeah.
But when he does touch an area, I know. It's sometimes I'm like, how the fuck does he know that's true?
So he's got good mob content, dude.
Yeah, I think no. I think most of these guys that are good at what they do, they work with court. You know, they dig up court stuff.
Oh, that's a good idea, Philly.
What do you say?
Well, somebody suggested that I go down to Manhattan if they start rioting in New York and just film that shit. So while I'm down there, I might as well walk up to the homeless people down there and do like, yeah. I bought you a bottle of soda.
I brought you a
Really?
Palestinian flag. Boo,
For
boo.
me?
Yes,
Yeah.
you.
Why? Because I
So
love
you,
you, man.
yeah, so you can join. You know, all the bums join those
Oh
protests
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I'll give you
Get
$20.
mad.
Take this
Yeah,
flag and start burning shit down.
starts getting mad like he lost somebody over there. Doesn't know we don't know
Yeah.
what Palestinians are fucking.
Allah Akbar.
Yeah,
Allah Akbar.
yeah. Is that good? Is that right? You know what I mean?
I just need you to go out there and protest for me.
Oh man.
Damn, man.
How
Yeah,
about
but
that kid? That kid that goes, "Stop it, no."
who's that? Oh, the Greta Thunberg.
We're at Thunberg. Linda
Yeah,
Room, Gunner's cousin.
she's got Asperger's or something. Something's wrong with her. But she was on like a little flotilla. They called it the selfie yacht, and they were going to
Hmm.
Israel to give them like
Hmm.
fucking turkey sandwiches or something.
Yeah.
And they got stopped by Israel, and the Israelis forced them to watch video of the destruction that the massacre that the Hamas was responsible for.
Oh, it
To
just,
educate their dumbasses.
I just hope for peace, man. I just wish they all fucking
I
stopped.
I do too. I do
So
too.
many kids and shit and women
I
and
wish it never
children.
happened. I wish they always got along and there was a
Mm,
two-state solution. I really do. And everybody
mm,
could shut the fuck up and live in peace and harmony. But that's not how some people wanted it that way. They didn't want it that way. God damn it.
mm.
Anyway, it's none of our business.
No, well, no, but you know what's our business? Making the world a better place. I mean, we can only do so much, though.
But then people get upset when they say, "Oh, we're not the world's police," and then when shit
Yeah,
goes down, it's like, "Oh, we got to help these people." Well,
it's one or the other, man.
well,
One or the other.
I wish they didn't support terrorists and hate the West. I wish we could help them. God knows this country's tried,
Mm.
and they still hate this country. These motherfuckers.
Yeah, you know, I love this country. It's the best country in the world, but we got into some shady shit too in the past.
Every
But
country has,
yeah, every country has
but we still
right.
did a lot of good though. Those
Yeah,
countries just
yeah,
did
of
shady
course,
shit
of
and
course.
stayed in the shady shit. At least we did good shit too, on
Yes,
top of the
yes,
bullshit.
yes, yeah. Women's rights and stuff. I know it still needs fucking help and all, but Better than some of these other fucking countries. That's just barbaric how women are treated.
Never
Right?
in no at no other point in history have women had more rights in America or anywhere in the world than now.
There might be one or two that are just a little bit better than three, maybe, but this ain't bad. Wicked. These places, it's just awful. We're all human beings, women, men. We all have the same rights. And that's what's great about this country. I mean, it still needs a little help though, um, especially to women's choices and stuff. But you know, it's better. It's what people are protesting here, but some of these other countries are just awful, awful.
Yeah.
On that note, what's Queef
Shit.
Latifah do?
Huh?
Queefy.
Queen Latifah. I think she just accepted an award a few months ago.
Did she?
Yeah. Some
He's
type
not
of achievement.
man.
Queen Latifah, yo.
Well, we
All we
got
need is love.
to catch a predator.
Who's on that?
We got a new host.
Uh-oh. Angela?
Yeah. What are you doing here, sir?
Have a seat.
I need to talk to you immediately. She'd be great. Give her a baseball bat.
Yeah. Yeah. make coffee. Give her coffee when she has coffee there. Yeah.
You just sit right there for a second.
Yeah.
We need to talk.
She pulls out the papers. She licks her thumb as she goes through the papers.
So you a big penis man, huh?
Who is up your ass 37666? Is that you?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
filthy things you were saying here. I don't even want to repeat it.
Yeah, I was trying to see if she was hungry. So you brought her a pizza from 260 miles away.
We're not going to call the cops.
Yeah, we're just gonna
I'm
let my
free to
husband.
go.
Yeah, we're just gonna let my husband fucking hit you with a cappuccino cup.
Can I take this coffee to go?
Sure can. Drop the link, please. I want to ask Frank a question, but
Uh-oh.
it's too much to type.
You're in the hot seat now, Frank.
Let's
Sit
do it,
down.
baby. Let's do it. Thrown down, nightmare. Bum, 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 bum.
And then after when the guys go to jail, Angela will visit them.
No, she won't visit those type of bitch. I'll give her that.
That is pretty nice, though. I guess we're all human, right? Even if you are locked up, it's still nice to have visitation. Somebody's there to come see you.
I
Somebody
think they call that
cares.
morale boosters.
Yeah, helps you get through your bid. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Midnight Express. Show me your tits.
Yeah, or that Dana Moore documentary.
Oh yeah, that guy. He said his wife didn't cheat on him. Oh, you see the
She
cop?
tried to kill him.
I know.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at this. Hold on. This isn't.
What's going
Hold on.
on? Hey, wow, what is this?
Hey,
You have an espresso?
Hey, boys. Yeah,
what up, man?
no, it's called native coffee. It's a bit like that. If you've heard of Java coffee, it's part of the
Mm-hmm.
world. How are you, Frankie Gunsmoke?
What
How you
up, man?
doing?
Yeah, I'm back in my usual base. This is my good friend Bugsy. Bugsy, say hello to America.
Hello,
Good.
Bugsy.
She said
Hey,
hi. That's Bugsy. Bugsy.
Bugsy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks like my
Beautiful women,
infantry.
mum and daughter. How old's your daughter? How old your daughter? Say it loud.
I'm 24.
24. Do you like
24.
Gunsmoke?
Nice.
Guapo? Yeah,
Frankie's ready to
guapo.
see you.
Yeah,
If
Chris
you're
was
interested,
guapo.
I'll get a number. But beautiful
Yeah,
people here. I'll show you
beautiful people.
the
Yeah.
vegetables. Isn't
I'll show
she
you
guapa,
the
diba?
zucchini. You
Look
see
how
He's tearing that fucking
beautiful.
restaurant up.
Guapa. Guapa
Guapa.
means even her mom said she's guapa. 24. I'll be back.
Right.
zucchini.
Yeah, I'm in the. Yeah, siempre. You ikaw also. You're guapa. Yes, that like her. Yeah, you are still. Yeah, good condition.
He's just tearing up that restaurant.
He's the boss. He's the boss. He's the big boss here. He sells
What's up, man?
vegetables. He's a good man. Babae.
Where's that?
Yeah. This is called the Filipino eggplant, and
Where's Danny
he
Green
says
when
it's
he needs
very
him?
yeah, ang gulay, and he says very popular with women. This type of eggplant.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Think
Hey,
gay uncle's getting
and
turned
on a serious note, good day everyone out there. I can't see the chat, but I know my mate Dwayne. In
Oh, that
these
guy
type
doesn't
of
like
countries, maybe South America, where
He's thinking
user
stupid
they've
America.
still got these what we call third world trade still, because of the where
Good.
there'll be some bloke and he's got everything, he can do shoe repairs, he can fix it's that type of maybe in South America.
All
Anyway, I'll
third
let
world
you
to
talk.
space. Yeah. All right.
Ask me a question if you got it.
I like those eggplants. They're pretty nice. They're pretty delicious.
They look like
Hey,
they're happy.
Frankie, you look completely different. Were you the same guy last night that had the porn? Oh, well, I won't say anything because he wants to monetize. You had the.
OnlyFans.
You're the
Frank's
same
OnlyFans.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank's OnlyFans. Wow, what a show you gave us. What a show.
Thank you.
Even I was lost for words, and that takes a bit of doing. You know that? No, it was fantastic. You asked me something. You're a bit. I can't hear you clear. Maybe it's because of the signal reception. I'll just pop over to see fruit that you only see in this part of the world. Like this is called jackfruit. Look at this guy. Hey, kumusta? Manong, kumusta? Jackfruit lang? Jackfruit.
Yeah.
A very unusual fruit, and
Disgusting.
you get. It's for this part of the world. It's it's normal. They got native bananas, avocado. That's called papaya.
Yeah.
Papaya, avocado,
That's the good shit.
and a lot of these people, their diet consists of this because it's cheap. You know
Nobody's
what I mean?
fat over
And
there. Yeah, I didn't see that one fat
oh,
person.
not really. Yeah, I mean, you do get like one person out of every 20, but not like in the West, my country or your country. You get like 7 out of 20. Yeah. Oh, look at the grapes. Look at the grapes. Look at the grapes here. Beautiful.
Wow. You don't get that in
Where's he
America.
at?
That looks horrible.
Yeah, lemons.
Where are you right now?
Guapa. She's always got good fruit
He's
here.
in Thailand or something.
Anyway, I'll get off and let you have a conversation. I just got off because I was in the markets.
It
Yeah,
looks beautiful.
it does. It's color for the eye. Hey, Gunsmoke.
Yeah.
If you're interested with that 24-year-old, because her mother was telling me before, she asked, "Oh, do you have any friends or a son that's interested in my daughter?" I said, "No, ma'am, I don't. My son's 22, and he's got a girlfriend in Australia."
Yeah,
so I said,
send her over
but
here. Send her over here.
Gunsmoke, if you want, let me know.
If
son.
she cleans, if she can clean too, that's good. Yeah, she probably cleans.
No.
Send her over here. Send her over here.
Yeah, okay, all right, but she's pretty. I love her. That's. Hey, it reminds me of my wife. When I first met her, she was 25, and I was. We were only 6 years difference. I was 31.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll head back in and I'll switch off. I'll switch off. Look at that. That's the good example of Filipino beauty, and that's Mama's beauty. That's where she takes the beauty. Yeah. Okay, boys. Good night.
Yeah, all right, brother. Thank you, Tony.
See you guys. Bye bye.
Stay safe.
See you, Frankie.
Take it easy, Tony. You got a sweatshop.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm trying to switch off.
77 Nikes.
What up, Frankie? What up, Gunny? How's it going, Doug?
What's going on, my man?
Nothing. I jumped on because I wanted to ask you a question, but I didn't want to type it because it's kind of like a complex question.
Sure.
Okay, so we're the other day when you and Gunsmoke were like beeping talking about mom content, right? Okay, so you had mentioned about uh, as mob guys doing time in prison and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like I know everything's different, like over there with you guys and stuff. So like, um,
Are you being racist?
if
What does that
so,
mean?
prison politics.
Oh,
Why?
okay, yeah, go on. No, I'm just being stupid. Go on.
Why racist? Whoa, bro, come on, hey, hey,
I'm just being stupid. My bad.
no liberal, no liberal activity words over
It
here.
was a stupid comment. I shouldn't have made it.
Next, you're gonna be talking about your truth or what?
Oh Jesus, yeah. My truth of my new journey.
You want to see a little hood
Yeah.
skate park since we're right here? Anyways, yeah. So I was gonna ask you. So like, all right. So when you guys are in prison, so like, all right. So let me give you a little the context part. All right. Well, see on the way that see the little sprinklers, they bust those out and when it gets hot during the day, and the little kids they play with them and get wet. But anyways, so the question kind of goes like, so like in California, between December of 2024 until today, there had been 80 prison murders in the California Department of Corrections. Most
Yeah.
of that goes to politics and stuff, gang stuff. Uh, I guess they call them gang prison gangs, or over here. It's looked more than just a prison gang. You know, they're like organizations.
Mm-hmm.
So the murder rates are like really, really high because like to do all that. So when you like when mob guys are in there, and like say they find out like someone's a rat, right? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Would they like typically wait till they got out so they can get in or
And my guys are different from like you guys out in the West Coast, Mexican guys. Hello.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, you hear
Yeah.
me?
So
I'm sorry if I
yeah, I
went out.
can. Yeah, the mob guys are different from the guys on like your guys in the Mexican gangs or the ABers out in the West Coast. It's a different kind of mindset. I mean, you could get killed in a low over there. So do rats get killed in federal? Yeah, I mean, but it's got to be like a high medium
Uh-huh.
or a pen where people ain't coming out. You know what I mean? They'll go hit on one. Um, but a lower, medium, or stuff like that, if people start to get out and everything, they just tell them to roll up and get the fuck out. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's what
So
usually
like
happens,
basically
especially the
like
guys
the
looking at 3 years, 4 years, and one guy comes out to tell them to roll up and you can't stay here, man. We just got your paperwork. I mean, sometimes they just get a good beating. But as far as killing, that would probably be things like right there in the pens, the highest tier
uh-huh.
of the federal systems, and where guys are most of them got fucking dinosaur years and some of them are not coming out. Um, but with that said, though, I've done 9 months of freaking in the county, right, and then
Yeah.
I did like close to 2.5, 3 years in pre-trial. But I never was in prison. And then the other ones were the units, the rat units. I did the rest of my time there.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I don't know, you know what I mean? But what I've heard from other people is that, and I've been with a lot of people that've been in penitentiaries because a lot of them came out of especially when I got into WITSEC, because I was in a place, although there was 70 of us in there was people, about 50 people out of the 70 had at least two bodies or more.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it was like a violent offenders type of unit.
No, it was just guys that were telling them big organizations. I was with MA, I was with Texas Syndicate, I was with ABers, I was with
Uh.
New England Gangsters. I was with, these guys were shot callers, some of them, big names, anywhere from sophisticated criminals to very violent criminals. I was with Cornfed, who apparently had like 8 bodies in the system himself. He went in on an armed robbery and then came out, picked up these bodies in jail, part of the AB. He was a
Yeah.
big high up in the AB organization. I was with a lot of MA guys, that had a lot of bodies. I was Latin Kings. Sardinos, Nordeños. You know, they were the Mexicans from Mexico. I was with a general. You
Okay,
know,
okay.
so,
Yeah, I just was wondering that because they're
you
over
guys
here.
do things
They're killing a
differently.
lot of people right now. Like 80
Well,
people within what I think 6 7 months. That's kind of a lot, you know. And
yeah,
I
I
don't know
mean,
what
California and Texas,
is bringing that
infamous for
level of
that.
violence there. Because like I said, I'm not a prison guy. I never went to prison, but
No.
a lot of I was so the only way I could say is a lot of the things out here on the streets,
Mm-hmm.
like it connects to in there. So we would know. It's like kind of like dudes will get out of prison and be like, "Oh, this is happening over here. I was over here with this dude and this dude, and
Sure.
this guy fell out of favor. This guy's no good no more. This guy's on the
Sure.
fucking the list or whatever." And like so everything would always go back to prison because the more older you get, the more people that you hang out, they're older. So therefore, chances are, especially in the lifestyle that we live out here, you're gonna be around people that are in prison, bro, and they're gonna come outside of prison and play prison and do all that prison bullshit that they were doing in there, but only out here. And so it's all it's all like somewhat connected, you know. Like as
Yeah.
for me, like I'm just a hood guy, bro. I'm a street guy, bro. I only care about my neighborhood. I don't care about like the prison stuff, but for some reason, it always comes back to that, bro. Like being like
Well,
a
that's your mob. You know, that's how we have
like
the mob. Our mob
yeah.
is outdoors. Your mobs are inside, and that's how that generates. I mean, those guys are no joke. You got like California is huge, Texas is huge, but those are where you got all those gangs. Beaumont's a really dangerous place. That's near Brownsville, Texas. It's one of the most infamous prisons, and they be shanking all fucking. Every month there's something going on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard that there's an organization called the Tangos. They're pretty big. Like they're a real big organization out of Texas.
Texas Syndicate and the Texas Mafia. They're two of the same. And then the same thing. They have the Mexican MA and they have the Sordeños and they have the Nordeños. That whole system is built. You know how big that you know how big those gangs are, or how dangerous and powerful. That when one of them breaks out and tells on one of the groups, okay, let's just start with the Mexican MA. The family gets to go into the witness protection program in the outside. You understand? This is stuff that's going inside, but yet they're so dangerous and their reach is so far that they just take the family and take them somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's how powerful that they are. And then as far as like the AB is what they do, Aryan Brotherhood, like when one of them goes to trial and they're getting sentenced, and when they're about to get sentenced, what they do is they all the units, all the WITSEC units, they lock them up in cells for about 3 days because they put it out on their manifesto. If you take one of these guys out, they'll allow the person who takes them out back into freaking population.
Well, yeah, I heard of stories like that where they'll get someone from general population and have them lock it up to go on a protective custody yard and to allegedly, do what they're going to do. And then if they can complete that, then they're looked upon as a hero. But then I've also heard stories of people sending people over to those type of like to a protective custody yard to go be a hero
Mm-hmm.
and do something, but
Yeah,
they pretty much used them. And even after he completed his objective, they're like,
yeah.
"Nah, you went over there. You're no good now, bro. Peace out."
Yeah, yeah, I can see that happening.
So
I
like,
can see that happen, but
it's
that's
very
hard to do.
treacherous.
Yeah, that's hard to do on a federal level, though. On a federal level, to get into one of these WITSEC units, before you get in for a normal person, unless they really, really, really need you bad, it takes about 6 months. So you're
Mhm.
floating around the jails, or if you're afraid of what's going on, I know a lot of people that were. They just end up putting them in the hole, and they get to do whole time for 6 months until they get be taken to one of these places. But like me, I did time in a lot of I did like I said, 9 months in the state.
Yeah.
And I did it in Jersey.
Yeah, that's a crazy prison system too. New Jersey, like
Nah, not the counties. It depends on the
huh?
count. Like Essex is bad. Um,
What?
the
Because
place.
the one the reason why I said that is because I watched that movie the Hurricane,
Yeah,
and they filmed it in the New Jersey prison. And that prison
yeah,
looked like it looked rough, bro. That prison.
yeah, it is. It's raw way. It's a Jersey's the real deal. But I'm saying a lot of these counties before you go to these places,
Uh huh.
they're not that bad. Doing timing, but some of them are not the neighborhoods are not as bad. The areas, but
Yeah.
Essex is really bad. Um, Camden's bad. What else? I don't know, Fed. But you got that area. Rikers in New York City is probably just as bad as LA.
Yeah, I heard Rikers for New York. Rikers Island is equivalent to our LA County Jail, our gang
There you go.
module.
Or
They,
Chicago's Cook County.
I heard that if you can make it out, I've been told this. I've never been arrested in or did time in LA County, only Orange County Jail. I did it
Mm-hmm.
at Theo Lacey. I've done time at the Orange County Main Jail. There's a place called the Farm. The facility is actually called Music Ranch, and then but it's not spelled like music. It's spelled different. And then just regular juvenile hall and juvenile camps and stuff like that. But as far as LA County, I never did time over there, but I've always heard that their gang unit, their gang module for the adults in the county jail over there, that if you can make it over there, you can make it anywhere because
She's
it's cracking over there. I heard.
well. That's the same to say for Rikers, I guess.
Yeah, and
I
that's what
never
I
been
heard.
there.
And then also too, I watched that documentary about that kid that was innocent, the black kid that was innocent, and then but he didn't want to say accept the plea. They were like trying to get him to plea it out. His name was
Uh huh.
Browder or something. I forgot his name, bro. But his story was on Netflix for a while. But they have footage of like showing footage of him inside the institution throughout his time and the shit
Mm-hmm.
that was happening in there. Just the footage that they had, and like for them to put it out means to them it wasn't that bad. You know,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like,
No.
because even the COs and stuff, you get desensitized to that shit. Like there's a thing over here that we had for juvenile offenders called the California Youth Authority, and they have one for women, for girls. So like if a girl like murdered someone or did a robbery and killed someone in the robbery, like something violent like that,
Mm-hmm.
to where you're gonna do 2.5 years or more, then they send you to this place called the California Youth Authority.
Right.
Um, the women there were going in there with like 10-year sentences, and in the middle of their 10 year, like 3 years into their 10-year sentences, they were getting pregnant, bro.
Yeah.
So the CO, the staff that are there to watch them are doing shit. Then these are like the age limit is supposed to be 12 to 25. So you
Mm-hmm.
could be a 16-year-old kid in a gang in a gang or whatever, and have to get in a gang fight with a 25-year-old, bro.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's
Yeah. So
crazy.
like, but anyways, I just pulled up to my house. I just wanted to answer you that question. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah.
for answering it, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Anytime.
Appreciate you, Frankie, all the time. You're the best, bro.
Anytime.
And I'll be in the chat.
Cool. Cool deal.
All right,
Cool deal.
Nightman.
Nice hearing from you.
All right.
Nice hearing from you.
Like,
Later, Nightman. Thank you, brother. On BD.
McGill says them county jails in New Jersey are horrible. Hudson Passaic. Yeah, they were all shitholes, but some it's the level of offenders. Like or not the level. The many bad offenders. They were worse. They all varied where I went. Like the food was really good in one place, and the food was horrible in another place. But the place that the food was good at, and I mean for jail stands, when I mean the food was good, was a horrible place. It was just fucking dirty, the pods and everything. And the place that was cleaner was the food was horrible, and the COs were a little bit much of assholes because they were a lot of rich areas there, and a lot of these kids were like kids who got into dope that come from rich families. You understand?
Yeah.
The other place was real hood, real tough. Plainfield. It catered to Plainfield, which is there's 3 Plainfield, but the Plainfield it catered to was the bad part of Plainfield.
On King David, shouty. God damn it, Frank.
What's going on? Talk to me, my man.
Oh, this guy did time in Rikers.
96 and
Back in
98.
Tupac Shakur was still alive. C-74. Damn.
Yeah, that's awful.
Get
A lot of
stabbed over a
drug
cigarette.
boofing. A lot of drug boofing. What's up with the boofing? You see me start the boofing, the queefing.
The boofing and queefing. That's a big part of doing jail time.
Yeah.
Boofing and queefing. You know. How do you think they get the shit in there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you think Gas Pipe Cazo got a fucking loaded Glock into fucking prison?
He stuck it off Frank Joy's ass.
Somebody boofed it. A
Yeah.
loaded gun up his ass.
Somebody put it up their ass.
Somebody's got to do it.
Who the fuck? You can't, bro. Come on. These people are crazy.
What? It happens.
No, fucking yeah, nah. These fucking correctional officers. You'd be surprised what they used to bring in.
All these motherfuckers, yeah.
Fucking kid I grew up with ended up flipping on a fucking correctional. He flipped on everybody. Motherfucker even flipped on a correctional officer who was bringing him shit in.
Asshole.
Money, everything they wanted, liquor, anything they wanted. I thought of MDC. Guy ended up getting 10 years in prison.
He got caught, huh?
Yeah, he was bringing a lot of shit up there.
I don't know how these guards get sucked into that, you know? You just find that cool guard that, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, fucking, these are pretrial places. Those are the most, if you ever get locked up, right? And I started a jail riot because the Chateau Le Blanc 68 is supposed to be sort of slightly chilled. This shit was room temperature. What do you think we are? Animals? That's from the Guster.
We're not animali.
That's right.
Thank you, DL.
You're all wrong. Angela snuck it in.
Don't ask me how I did it. Just take it
Again, no spicy stuff this time.
and be a man. Make sure you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Gas Pipe had a gun in jail, you know. Somebody could have got hurt. You know, the guy was a nut. Maybe they tell him to clock in. He didn't want to clock in or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mo Mozzarella brought it in. Hey, how you doing?
Let me see. Let me see who got the damn membership. Hold on. Warren Hunter. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, not Warren.
Thank you, DL.
That shit was sharp. That was made from Naked Gun 3. Gotcha, Augusta.
Naked Gun 3, boy. Fucking Leslie Nielsen, boy.
Yeah, like when they're doing the crying game and fucking Anna Nicole Smith is in the room and then all of a sudden you see she had a big fucking hammer.
Yeah.
He stayed in the room anyway, Leslie Nielsen said, whatever.
Chateau Le Blanc. Huh? What you gonna say, boy? Latin Kings, Bloods, Crips, 2% Muslims.
Wow.
Rikers was
yeah. And you know what's bad? All the young players, the juvenile places are bad. Gladiator school. But the Spofford, the juvenile in the Bronx.
Yeah, that was notorious back in the day. Taking the kids to Spofford, boy. They used to threaten us with that shit in high school.
Yeah.
They're gonna send your ass to Spofford. You know what I'm saying? I said, fuck you, motherfucker. Going to goddamn Spofford, boy.
Man, I knew a kid in my neighbor. He stayed in that place. Fucking come out for 2 months, do something stupid, and go back.
He was institutionalized.
He's doing life today as we speak.
Damn. That's all he knows.
Yeah, that's all he knew.
Damn.
That's all he knew.
Can't function in the outside world. It's not easy.
Yeah, I used to hang out with his 2 brothers sometimes. He's a younger, but he was just out of control.
Thank you, Templar. This guy was trained by Colonel Troutman. Who the fuck is that?
Oh,
I think John Rambo was part of the Zulu Nation. I don't know.
gotcha.
O.J. Simpson was funny in those. Hard to believe he was a murderer. O.J. alleged. He was found not guilty. God damn
Well,
it, friend. Huh?
yeah, I'm listening.
I don't know.
You know, I'm listening.
You know, you see.
You know, you say those movies are the reason O.J. Simpson got off. No, because they turned the fucking case on homeboy, fucking the cop. I think O.J. was doing it. DL says, I don't know.
There was a glove, really. When the glove didn't fit, you must have quit.
Yeah, Furman. What's his name? Mark Furman.
That was the cop's name?
Yeah.
It was a racist cop, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
God damn it.
He lives in Idaho today. He lives in by the Panhandle, and that's always been fucking one of those. People from not New York, but California rather just move out there because they don't want to be around people anymore,
Yeah.
and they got their own little racial fucking shit going.
She was supposed to watch 6 hours of Tony Pizza. That really opened up her eyes.
John Rambo, that's funny.
Greta Thunberg. Oh my God, I can't believe this. There's human beings like this out there. Oh my God. I found a new cause now. I'm
Mooch
going to
says,
troll this man. Huh?
Mooch says, Marky Mark, you're in here. We can smell the bologna on the radiator.
You got to read that one, God damn it.
My bad. I don't have nothing against anybody. I'm just saying, just fucking does.
And all the comments. He's got to read that one. Fucking Mooch.
Hey, you should give an award to the best comment of the fucking night. That wasn't bad, dude. That was just like, that's a hardened criminal fucking frying bologna on the radiator.
You're a fucking goddamn it, man.
What the fuck, bro? That was funny when I can't laugh. I mean, it doesn't mean I believe. I don't believe it's a fucking comment on here.
This guy say that shit all the time, this fucking guy. Mooch. Mooch.
About a mooch.
With the fucking baloney on the radiator all the time.
Look, unless somebody could come up with a better fucking comment, we're here.
Nah, Gay Uncle, he's pretty good too.
Yeah, he can bring it. Gay Uncle brings the noise, and so does I. I like Gay Uncle.
Oh, there he is. Look, see.
The Guster. You got a lot of funny people on here.
Yeah. Diversity was good too. The diversity, I don't know. He shows up once a year.
He might be fucking somebody else now. Who knows?
Yeah, he might be Gay Uncle. I don't know. He's too damn good.
He came with 2 in a row. That's a good one. Mooch said, "What's disturbing? What's disturbing about that? It is because he dries his socks on the same radiator as the bologna."
Fucking Mooch.
All right, Mooch, back to back.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh man.
At least they were clean. Yeah. God damn it.
Hysterical. Good one, bro. Good one. And undies, yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole routine, huh? Yeah. Frankie, any
stories? I hate that dude. I didn't know him, man. Everybody's asking me about these fucking guys. Enzo, I knew. Enzo, I met. And the funny thing about him, Damiano and Enzo, was that. So these were the 2 guys that were a while on Paul. They were after me. They came after me, but Damiano, I don't remember ever coming around. And then Anthony Pipitone started bringing him around. But the Enzo kid, I remember him once or twice coming around. He got hooked up in a case with Fabio, and he ended up getting 2 years. And that was it.
Damn.
And he flipped too. I remember me going to visit. He was in the same indictment with my brother, the kid Enzo was Marino, whatever the fuck his name is. And he came out and he told me, "You tell everybody in your neighbor that fucking kid Fabio is a rat. He's the one ratting us all out."
Damn.
And I said, "Yeah, well." And then he wore a wire years later.
Who, Enzo the Baker?
No, that's like your father. If there's a problem, I will help. Yeah, big, small. That's the only Damiano stories. Who were they with? They were the Bananas.
Damn.
I think one of them taped the ceremony up in Toronto.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, well, fuck.
What year was that?
It had to be. It had to be about 2017, 2016, maybe. You see?
You know,
You see?
took out a Kleenex and lit it on fire
Mm-hmm.
after he blew his nose.
Dago off from San Diego because the dudes from there get Dago tattooed on them. I get like Dago. Dago Wop.
Yeah, I just thought about that.
Yeah, right, of course.
I was thinking about the scene from Summer of
Gotcha.
Sam
Oh, I don't remember that.
when the guy drops off the girl. Well, she was Italian and she's arguing with her, and then he drops her off, and I guess in the Bronx or wherever the fuck they were at. And her brother's there, and he's like, "You Dago Wop skank," something like that. And he's like, "Whoa, what'd you say to my sister?"
Yeah, yeah. I like how fucking everybody was blaming Spike Lee for freaking making Italians look better in the movie. No, he actually did a good fucking portrayal. Bronx Italians.
Yeah. So he wasn't stereotyping.
I don't know, man. I think he did a good job. You ask me. John Rambo, good night, my friend.
Later, John Rambo. He's not a night owl. He keeps respectable hours.
Yes, he's better than a lot.
Another pet in the van. Oh, the Girl 6. I forgot about this movie. Yeah.
Which one?
Girl 6, another Spike Lee movie.
I never watched. I watched Malcolm X. I like that.
That was a good one. Yeah. That was perfectly done. I thought that was perfect. They should have done a Tupac Shakur movie like that. That's how Tupac Shakur. No, what are you, nuts?
Nah.
No. A lot of people would have went if it was done right.
That's how you get your Tupac Shakur movie. What's the other movie? The Summer of Sam I liked a lot. And then I finally seen Do the Right Thing after all these years. I think you convinced me to see it. I watched it.
That's a classic. Yeah.
It was good. It was pretty good. Oh, it was good.
Yeah. And you get to see Rosie Perez's nipples too. He knew what he was doing. He made a good movie. That was a good one. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Redhead, how are you, my friend?
Stepchild boy.
Yeah. There's like Quentin Tarantino, his movies. I don't know, man. He does them right until the ending, and then he just fucking like a little kid who just fucking playing with his blocks. He's making a mess, and they just tear them all down.
Yeah. It is pretty graphic, though. I think he should do a mob movie. I think if he did it the right way with a little bit of seriousness to it, but with the same type of graphics. Huh?
Yeah, he should have did the Scarfall movie. He would have done that fucking good. You know how he uses fucking slangs and derogatory shit, and especially going to Mississippi when the kids go down, and then You know, the Italian stereotypes versus the black stereotype versus the redneck stereotypes. I think it would have been done. Tarantino, I think it would have been a good story around his league. You know,
Yeah. Oh well. Now some shitty woke director made it, and the movie was shit.
it was bad.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody saw it. I don't know.
Man,
Maybe somebody told me it was shit. I expect it to be shit. It might still be filmed. I don't know.
you know, when fucking people used to make like uh, gangster films and reputable fucking directors, or at least outside the B film realm, they were okay. They were okay. It was like sex. Even when it's bad, it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
no, yeah.
now it's hit or miss. It's fucking hit or miss.
Everything sucks.
Guardino Inc. How about The Wanderers? The Wanderers was filmed in my neighborhood. A lot of it was. I know it's supposed to be the Bronx, but that was filmed in my neighborhood, especially when the duckies kill Turkey. It's supposed to be a church, and he falls down. That's right there on Palmetto and Seneca Avenue.
Seneca Avenue, boy. What
Any
up, Chad
original
D?
business people? Hey, Chad D in the house.
Boston boy. Bushwick motherfucker. You remember Lorimer Street? Do you remember Lorimer?
I know you dated a girl there. I remember her.
Lorimer?
Mm-hmm. Baltimore.
Wasn't a bad neighborhood. It was like gentrified.
It
But then
depends.
but then it had some really bad blocks. Like they had the projects
Oh,
right
yeah.
there and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Real gutter shit.
What's up, Carmine
Shit was
Castellano?
popping in the summertime though. They had like some sandbar over there, or maybe that was Williamsburg. But they had the sandbar. You walk in, there's actually sand on the floor. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this, man?
The sandbar. Well, there you go.
What up, Carmine? You heard the Baldies were a real gang?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's some bad. And so were like the Ducky Boys, apparently.
The
Not that they
Ducky
were
Boys.
dead, but
Well,
there
I'm
was like.
bald. Can I be down with the bald? I'm bald. Can I be down? Don't fuck with the Wongs.
The Flangs, there you go.
Don't fuck with the Wongs in Hong Kong.
My friends called me Terror for the longest time after they saw the Wanda. Terror was a big boy. The Lords of Flatbush, I didn't like them. But it had look what it had in it though.
Motherfucker. Did you ever see that movie Fresh?
Chatty goes, that was a travesty. Oh man. That was good for about I could do without her for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
That's good. That's the only good thing about me when it comes to fucking like hanging out. Like 3 days later, I'm in recovery stage.
The
Hey,
Vipers.
James ran upper, lower, west, east side of Baltimore.
Who with the Vipers?
The Wanderers, no, the Warriors did it.
She's only 24 years old.
Yeah,
Would you like to buy her? We can ship her in a crate to America.
this is her
Sure.
mother. This is her mother.
And her mother could be a package dealer. She could cook and clean.
He's going through fucking like sweatshops in there. You see him, everybody's doing their shit. They're like, what the fuck's this guy want?
Have you ever tried our zucchini?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, crazy.
This is a diced eel with some chutney. Hairy pussy and pantyhose. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a trip to
Tell
Flatbush.
you, we're here in the shitty port of Philippines.
I like when he was standing in front of the guy. He's like, yeah, he's got like a really third world setup here.
Yeah, yeah.
Third world.
He's telling me the fucking pauper.
Yeah.
Then he's grabbing the fucking eggplant. He goes, look at this. You know what you can do with this? I'm like, stick up your ass.
They're kind of slender out here, huh?
Like, the brothers down in the fucking, like, that big fucking zucchini was holding. Like eating
Shit.
them quick, where we're down there in the Congo where they're fucking really, really dark.
Yeah. He's in there tearing that restaurant up, man. He's walking around, fucking
Yeah,
walking
he
up to
probably
people.
spends money over there, so they're like, hey, walk, yeah, sure, asshole, yeah, go ahead.
The stupid American. Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably cursing him out in his fucking Australia. Oh man, he asked the fruit stand guy if we had any chadrulls. He had chadrulls.
Any
Zucchini.
chujus? Bow, bow.
You see how excited it got when they held the eggplant and this?
Yeah. It's rather slender, but we could make it work, eh?
Maybe it's not the first eggplant and not that big something that size we ever held.
Whole tray filled with purple.
Purple moyans.
God damn. Cane Creek too.
That's how you say it in Italian, melangiana.
No, that's not how you say it.
Melangiana.
No.
Yes.
So
You gonna tell me
I
how to
want
say
an
it?
eggplant parmesan. What do I say?
Melangiana parmigiana.
That rhymes. I do
Yeah,
remember saying that.
melangiana. No, you fucking see the American Italians turn it into something else. You see.
You know.
But the proper way of saying la melangiana is an eggplant.
God damn it.
Melangiani. Melangiana. That's how we say it in Sicily.
You look pretty comfortable handling those eggplants.
Yeah, he was. I thought one was gonna squirt on him.
I was expecting Danny Green to be in here. He likes to post those eggplants in the chat.
Yeah.
He's always putting up a purple penis up there.
Now that's a man. Those are not men. That's a man right there.
Take the damn keys.
Yeah, take the. Yeah.
Take the
Throw.
eggplant in your hand.
You see where a lot of content creators go bad or wrong is when they start going with the consensus with the people's freaking consent. Like, for argument's sake, Gene got into that little incident. Let me get on Gene, you know what I mean? And let me talk how I feel about this. People who do content shouldn't be judging what they feel about anything other than fucking talking about,
Current
the
events.
content.
Or
Well, no, the
content.
content itself. Yeah, and all, even though Bernstein's a fucking bean shooter, he don't do that. You notice he's always got, even if he's bean shooting his news or whatever he's doing, he just talks about that. He doesn't go after the individuals. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think he's a mean spirited kind of guy.
Nah, but you
You
know
gotta be a
somebody.
certain type of douchebag. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that actually.
Mm-hmm.
You saw what's in the news
No.
about the YouTubers? These two YouTubers are having a beef on YouTube. They're both
Mhm.
content creators.
All right.
They were in Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess after months of shit talking and all that tough guy shit, we outside, man. We ain't worried about that motherfucker. He a bitch. Talking all that shit on the show like they're a big shot.
Mm-hmm.
Guy went to go look for him, found him by somewhere on the strip, and just pulled out a gun and unloaded on his ass. I think killed him and his wife.
Ooh.
Got revenge. So you got to watch. It happens sometimes. It could happen.
You got touch of the guts.
Stepchild, hold it, Toledo. 10 Gunsmoke to Don memberships. He knows how I feel about those memberships. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
That's good move right
It's been a
there.
rough night.
Bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's not going to be the last time we hear about something like that. We had an unfortunate event or two on here, where people found people and just went out of their way to fucking get stuff done without mentioning the incidents. But I mean,
It just
you don't
if
gotta
it show,
remember. You gotta remember. There's always gonna be that one guy that does not right. His rationale is fucking warped.
yeah, especially in this community. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet in this community. Something like that with the fucking psychos and weirdos in here.
It has. Not the death, but it has. A couple people years
Not
back,
the
or
death,
somebody.
but yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's crazy.
yeah.
Not the death, but I'm trying to say it's just you got to be as a content creator. You gotta just be careful sometimes where who you're fucking with because you don't know people.
No,
And
they
and
said
I
that
mean,
in the article too.
I don't give a fuck if anybody says about. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. And if you're not fucking a foot in front of me, I don't give a shit. You understand?
Yeah,
Um, the people I gotta worry about, like I said before, I'm not gonna see them if I don't, and if I do, then if I see them within 60 feet, I'm okay, you know.
yeah,
What's up, Batch off the street? What's going on? Long time no see. Wow, he hasn't been here in a minute.
yeah. Good to see you, Batch Elder. Thank you so much, stepchild.
Yeah, sure, it can happen because I see a lot of crazies. I'm talking about people that belong to be locked up in a fucking, not in jail, but in a fucking mental institution on this genre alone. This genre, I'm doing that into a genre, the genre that are really fucking crazy. So who knows, man? Somebody having a bad day, someone not, and you know, that's it.
Shit. Well, I don't know. You guys see this on Instagram? They showed like the before and after of the guy talking shit, and then the after when the other guy pulled out the gun.
Hmm.
The bullet is always tougher. You know, it's the
Yeah, I
American
mean,
way.
you guys fucking think the mob's dead or whatever. You look at the numbers of the mob; they're still strong.
And apparently, they're
Mm.
still kicking up dust out there. They're still doing shit.
And the associates that there's a lot, at least fucking 2,000, 3,000 involved. You tell
Shit.
me one or two of them. Well, between the fucking associates and the members and all that,
Yeah.
at least 2,000, I would say, right? Let's say
Somebody
just
wants to
to.
make a name for themselves. One of those associates.
Yeah, man. That's a lot of fucking people that one of them might just say one day, you know what, fuck it.
Especially this day and age, everybody's all riled up and shit. I don't think we realize, but I think our society changed, especially after the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
I think our society changed. And they had people locked down for too long. People went stir crazy. People went nuts. The anxiety of catching that shit. They had people going nuts. People were fucking burning shit down, destroying their
Mm-hmm.
cities.
Yeah, I remember.
People got addicted to it now. Now you got a whole generation that just wants to burn shit down. They hate government. They hate the country. They fucking they don't value people's lives. They'll kill you over bullshit, traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it, I saw a guy on video at the gas station. Girl pulls up in a car with her boyfriend sitting passenger seat because it's not his car, And she gets out to go to the booth to the gas station, and some guy's standing there, and I guess he offered her some weed, like you want to buy some weed?
Yeah.
So her boyfriend sees her sitting in the car. He gets out of the car and is like, "Yo, what the fuck you say to my girl, man?" And pulls out a gun and shoots this guy. Unloads the whole fucking clip on him while he's on the floor too, for good measure. And then she gets back in the car like, "What the fuck you just did? What'd you just do?" Like bitch. Like fuck you talking to him, folk. So now
Chat.
like, people don't care. It's crazy. You could have a bullshit out there.
Nah, yeah, exactly. Daddy says, back in the day, the Gambinos in their heyday had 800 members, including both members and associates. Probably 1,000, 1,200. The Gambinos, and back in the John Gotti day, for sure, for sure. The associate reach or the scope is very very large. You know, you could be you could be considered an associate for just, I don't know, having a couple of machines in your place or being associated with a certain captain, and then you could be a real big associate that
You can work
one
for
day
DHL.
looking to get made or something, you know?
Yeah, I knew an asshole like that. He worked for DHL.
What was he doing?
He was an associate with the Lucchese's. He was a DHL driver, and then he was selling everything in their mother, every fucking pill on earth he was selling, and he got a big bust. Made
Yeah.
$12 million in 1 year.
What?
Yeah, and they
I
busted him.
know good money in the pharmaceuticals, but um, I mean, wow, he had a good job and he was pulling that kind of money. That's
Yeah.
big time. How long did how much time did he get?
Well, I think he ratted, so he was facing 30 to life, and he
Yeah,
ratted,
that's big
and
time,
then
man. He did that kind of money on that kind of stuff.
the police commissioner took the picture with all his drugs and money and all that shit.
Yeah.
It was a big story. Well, not a big story, but it was big to me because I knew the
Mhm.
asshole, But yeah, did he sell Devado? And he didn't have Devado back then, but he did sell Viagra,
Right.
which I thought was funny.
Yeah. There was a lot back in the Gotti days. There was a lot of associates. Seemed like everybody wanted to be a fucking Gambino associate back then.
Didn't they have like about like 400 members and then thousands of associates?
Yeah.
That's a big family. 400 made members.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't know the number. I'm bad with that. But I remember it was a lot. But that's what I'm trying to say with these people. They think that look, even when Capisci was doing what he was doing at the dangerous time in the '90s, when that article in the Daily News before he got into the websites and stuff, he you know what he did that a lot of these content creators don't do? You ready?
Yeah,
What 200 Carmine Castellanos has 200 members. I thought it was like yeah,
that's more
200.
realistic.
Yeah. I thought it was a little bit more than that though. But I'm not good with those numbers. Carmine, I'm not. Back to what I was saying though. You know what Capisci didn't do? A lot of these people do harass the mob.
Yeah,
You know, by telling them they're not what they used to be anymore. That's a dangerous, slippery slope.
it's like you're not gonna do nothing. You guys aren't shit no more.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that fucking Dave Schultz, a wrestler, when the fucking John Fossil, whatever the fuck his name is, goes to him, is wrestling real? And then he smacked the shit out of him. He goes, is that real? You know, he
Yeah.
fucking got squirming on the floor trying to get away from this animal.
Oh, it's real, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's all about opportunity too. You never know. It might go down. You could prevent that by not getting so personal about shit. You gotta show a level of respect. Yeah.
And if you're just a guy who's on fucking YouTube and you don't belong to a major newspaper or a major news organization or agency, and you're just doing that kind of stuff, they don't like they might have a little bit more like deter them a little bit when they work for the New York
Yeah,
Times or
you don't want to
something.
fuck up somebody working for NBC or some shit. Or fucking,
Yeah, they're gonna investigate. You know that.
you're not gonna fuck up Joe Rogan or somebody.
Well, yeah, but when you fucking all you working for yourself, self-employed and with a YouTube show, you're pretty much on your own.
Yeah. Shit. Well, that's when you gotta walk around strapped.
Hmm?
Gotta be ready for whatever. You gotta start walking around strapped.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you can.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon himself told Schultz to do that to the reporter, the bitch slap. Show him it's real. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Vince McMahon. I like when he looks at the wrestlers like this. Remember back in the day when he used to interview them? This one before he became a roid head or whatever.
Yeah.
He used to look at them like every minute he thought he was going to get slapped.
When he was driving around in his car making a video, I thought for sure he was going to say that he couldn't find them. What are you talking about, McGilla? Can't believe that kid did that. Did what?
Are you talking about the kid who got killed?
Motherfucker.
That you were talking about before the YouTubers?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
I
I think he is. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I could hear myself echoing. What the hell
I
did
see
you
the I see the tumbleweed. You're echoing.
I think so.
No,
Yeah.
you're not. I don't hear you echoing.
You probably got me on speakerphone or shit.
Who?
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I hear myself.
Oh,
What, do you want the fucking covers or some shit?
Nah, bro. I'm in bed, but still. You guys have to agree when someone gets slapped. It's way worse than getting beat up. Insult. If you just stand and take it. Yeah, if you just stand and take it, yeah. But I mean, fucking, what do you do if Andre the Giant slaps you?
God damn it, Dwayne.
You get up and you go after him. You know what I mean? But you think it's just fucking, you're gonna fall.
Would you go to slip and fall school?
That's what I mean. Any slap is the worst. The fucking worst thing you can do. That is slap and fucking, or getting spit on. Both of them.
Yeah. No, it's very insulting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's you're supposed to swing back, and then it is what it is.
Yeah.
Let me see what the hell this bullshit is. What's this?
What's up?
The link to the Sinner scene all the way to Dublin. What the hell is this? Fucking Laura the Dance?
Shagno, that's right.
They
What's
sent me
this
Laura the Dance. Huh?
Who's echoing?
That's fucking you, man.
What, echoing?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can hear myself.
You want me to get out and get back?
All right, I'll truck it.
All right, let me get out.
God damn it. God damn it, Dwayne. You're going to deal with the lisp, all right? You're going to deal with the echo, too, boy. You're going to love it. Love it. What the hell did you send me over here? Sinners, tap dancing, Laura the Dance, bullshit? Rocky Road all the way back to Dublin? What the fuck is this? How many views on this? 539,000 views on this shit in 6 days. You think Tony Buick and that 24-year-old are juggling some? Yeah, probably. I've got a special one in my pants here. You want to come back to my place and have a look around? There is no fucking lisp, all right? We got some fucking shitty audio equipment here, right? I'm going to start using the microphone I got. This way we'll give you Dolby Digital. No fucking lisp. Guy's got some fucking attitude. Juggle your balls, pause. I don't think Frank's coming back, goddammit. Maybe he is, Nightmare. So what? Nowadays they want to give you a life sentence for that, huh? You had international sex, sir. We're going to put you on trial. having sex across state lines with baby oil. Who knows, DL? In this sick world, who knows? I don't know, Chad. God damn it, Templar. Trying to find that Summer of Sam scene when he was using racial epithets for Italian Americans. Having trouble finding it. Forget it. Maybe I shouldn't play it anyway. I'm trying to monetize this video, boy. Maybe I should just get the hell out of here. Those Filipinos must be relieved they don't understand English. No, she did, though. She did. What did she say? Mawao? Mawao. 24 years old, Mawao. No. That's something else. No, that was him on speakerphone. Bad connection. I could start to hear myself. That's something different. But yeah. You better be careful, man. He's going in those restaurants talking loud, talking to everybody. Gotta be careful in those type of shitholes, man. Some asshole pulls up on a fucking moped wearing fucking flip-flops. Come on, you talk to my sister. You talk to sister. That's my sister. Fuck you. You know, and then all of a sudden he pulls out a fucking gun, you know. They don't respect life out there. You know what I'm saying? They'll kill. They'll pull up right up on that fucking moped. Some dirty ass flip-flops, crusty ass feet. And kill your ass, walk you down, boy. Thinking you American or some shit. Bow bow! They drag you out of there. They put you back in the back of a fucking fruit truck, laying next to some fucking mangoes and fucking papayas. They drive you off into the jungle. I don't want to say what happens next. But by then, there's no more pain. So yeah, you know, they're not used to that type of shit out there. You're disturbing their meal, everything's all loud, you know. They're not used to that type of loudness, you know. They don't like your kind coming around here talking that shit, boy. Thank you, Chad. God damn it.
What's up, buddy?
Are we good? Yeah, we're good.
I don't know. You still hear me echo?
No.
Huh?
No, it's good now.
No, cool.
Yeah, Dwayne, you might get fed to the pigs out there. You got to be careful.
You might like it. Yeah, I love getting fed to the pigs. It's never done this before.
Just got myself kidnapped and murdered. And now I'm being fed to the pigs. It's sort of like a disposal. Huh?
When a lifestyle of rich and famous goes bad.
Yeah. Fried eel and caviar dreams.
Yeah. And pig intestines.
Sort of a delicacy around here. I think he's an international art thief, maybe. He looks like he would be in one of those movies, yeah. He's like in one of those Fast and the Furious movies. International fucking action star. Stealing
fucking energetic. I tell you that.
He's an adventurer.
Yeah, he's an adventurer.
Every time, I bet when somebody calls him on the phone, his ringtone is fucking Indiana Jones, boy.
Mm-hmm. You ever had blueberry pie? Yeah, I have. It's pretty good.
Oh, you had blueberry pie?
Oh, yeah.
They were the ones eating the pie. I knew it was the white man the entire time. I tried to tell my mama. She said it was you eating the pie. Anyway. God damn it, DL.
What else we got? Anybody want to come up?
I don't know. I dropped the link. I'm not a popular guy, you know. We got 80 people in here. Hit the like button. 78. That's good numbers. Did you hear Trump's coming up with the 250th anniversary of the Army? He's going to have a big display of tanks and aeroplanes, and we're going to show off our military hardware like the communists do. Every once in a while, you got to do that. America used to do that type of shit. They stopped many years ago, but now it's like, oh my God, why are we doing that? Well, we used to do it, asshole. Show American power and appreciate, be patriotic, and have pride in something, you know? Nita, baby. Good to see you, Nita. You're late. Almost 2 hours late. It's okay. I'll give you a pass. Give you a pass, baby.
Hmm?
Huh?
What happened? Oh, Nita's here. Oh my
Nita,
God.
baby.
I got rejuvenated.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, breath of fresh air. Breath.
Ted Bundy's a breath of fresh air.
I pitied them all. I want them all. All the high profile inmates.
I want to visit every single one of them on a log. Are you sure, ma'am? You'll be here for the next 3 weeks.
In alphabetical order.
Doesn't matter. I rented a motel a few blocks away. I'll be all right. I'll be here bright and early.
I'll be here for you, Rocco.
I love you, Rocco.
Don't-
I love you, yeah. Same,
Yeah, I love you.
same.
Keep bringing my fucking prosciutto, okay?
You already know. Yeah, you already know.
Yeah. How about if your wife finds out?
Rocco, I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
Listen, when you get out of here, you're gonna have to get a job. I don't know what you're gonna do. Maybe you gotta pick up some extra hours at work. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Right, she's like 60 years old. How's she gonna be pregnant? When's she gonna give birth to? A 14-year-old?
That's true. Fuck. I'm going through Rocco. I need to tell you, I'm going through pre-menopause. I want to visit Edwin. Oh no, you don't want to visit him. God knows what he got locked up for.
Fight over Edward, remember?
Yeah. It's not my porno, I promise. I wouldn't do that. It was MRE. He set me up. I should have known.
Yeah, he's gonna be do it on the Warriors. Remember? Can you dig it?
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, you don't want to visit him. I need to get out of here. I repeat, I need to get out of here now.
Out of his casket. They
put the casket in the cell.
Huh?
They put the casket inside the cell. That's how he has to sleep.
Why do you fucking have that suit? You go to the clubs. You get puts on a suit at fucking 12:30 in the morning.
No, it's like 3 a.m. in San Juan, and he's calling into Angel's show.
Yeah, he has some rolls in his mouth.
Yeah. This rose is for you, ladies. I am a ladies' man. Oh, Edwin, we love you, Edwin. We love you.
No, you're so nice.
He went to jail for stealing a stagecoach.
Yeah, sure.
I stole a horse and buggy. They charged me with grand theft. What the fuck is a horse? I don't know. Anyway, what's the technical name for a horse?
A dinosaur.
Come on.
He fell off his dinosaur, broke his newspaper. He's all right. Whatever happened to that guy? Did they commit him yet?
Who? Edwin?
Huh?
Edwin?
Yeah, Edwin.
I assume he's still with the neo-Nazis over there, probably. The neo-Nazi trolls.
Oh, man. We call him Perón. Perón was a Nazi sympathizer, the Argentine president.
Yeah. Those fucking
Dictator.
Argentinians, yeah. Well, they hit the Nazis after World War II. They took a submarine out there and they created a whole little village out there in fucking Argentina.
And Chile, too.
Oh,
Every
Chile,
time I
yeah.
say Chile, I always get some Chilean to fucking correct me. It's Chile. All right, whatever, man. Fuck.
In America, we say Chile.
Con carne.
Tostadas.
Yeah. Danny Trio, that's a professional in the mob world. Not only he knows the mob, he was in the mob. Come on, Lee.
Thanks a lot, Lee.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Lee.
Yeah.
You got happy, you got giddy, like you tickled his stomach. You see him smile.
Yeah. Just a joke, Feds. That was just a joke, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lee. You're going to get me knocked, Lee.
You look at me locked up, Lee.
All those bodies in Gilgo Beach.
Ah, man.
Let me see. Smoke, no sing. No sing what?
I don't know. No sing. Probably doesn't want me to sing. I don't blame him.
How dare you? He takes a shower in that suit.
Hmm?
Kills two birds with one stone. He doesn't take the suit off. He just showers with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I need this shit?
I like when he gets into like his speeches. Those are fucking classic.
Oh, yeah. I repeat.
Every-
I'll say it again. We
Oh,
must have
man.
revolution.
yeah.
Yeah, that guy's
Miss Angel Gotti.
Miss Angel. If I can please take over your show and destroy your viewership for the next 20 minutes. Ask Danny Trio why. Ask him why.
That horse.
How many? Never mind. What the fuck, Frank? Let me think. What else is going on?
I mean, have you seen Mr. Loman around?
Nah, I haven't heard about him. Nobody's talking about him.
He's in the Lower East Side.
On the east side, in the city where the sun don't shed. On the east side.
Crazy.
Like, that's that broad Halsey singing like that. East side. I'm like, what the fuck? They don't talk like that in Manhattan. Where'd she get that accent from? Who talks like that?
She's from Jersey.
Yeah?
Yeah. She lived in
East side.
she lived in Bushwick. That's where she gets the name Halsey from.
Yeah. Stupid accent she's got. East side. I was like, what the fuck? Doesn't that Fossil Edwin have his own show? Yeah, I think he does.
Does he really?
Yeah, I tuned in one morning. It was like a Sunday. He was doing like a church thing.
Oh, he does a church thing?
I don't know if it was him or another channel fucking with him. But they were playing church music in the background, and he was preaching about how we're all sinners and MRE is the best, and we should all pray, to MRE.
Fucking people got their principles fucked up in this fucking genre, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I'm not here to try to figure it out either. I'm here to just to laugh at it.
The bigger the asshole you are, the more diehard viewers you have or supporters.
Yeah, fuck.
God damn it.
Bro, I'm getting tired.
Fine, just get out of here. God damn it.
All right, bro.
All right,
Hey.
thank you, Frank.
All right, guys. Kanasi Loman died years ago. Yeah, he's got a new name now. Kanasi is, what's his new name?
He's the clone. Louis.
Louisiana Louis Lamone.
Lamone.
Lamono.
Lamono.
Yeah. Louis Lamona from Louisiana. All right, guys. Good night, everybody. There you go.
All right, Frank. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
God damn it, people. It's a slow news day. We need to get some goddamn topics around here, people. I'm gonna need some of you good people out there to come up with some good goddamn comments. Gay uncle, you're really good at the witty comments, but I'm gonna need you to be wittier. Goddamn it, we gotta step it up around here. I'm gonna need all hands on deck. All right. I want to see funnier comments and more participation here. I need you to come up with some topics so I could be like, oh yeah, let's talk about that. I can't just keep coming up with shit all the time. God damn it. Especially on a slow news day, all right? And the shit I want to talk about, you people really don't want to talk about because you're gonna get upset. You're gonna get upset. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking for another topic to talk about, but there's nothing to talk about. God damn it. Nope, nothing to talk about. Oh look, this is the title too. I'm not making this up. This is the title of the article. Sean Diddy Combs is a cuck, and they put cuck in parentheses, quotation marks. Sorry, whatever. Sean Diddy Combs is a cuck who may be bi-curious and ashamed to have. Whoa, pause. The ex-girlfriend said. Oh, hold on, we got some information here. The fuck is this? R. Kelly says feds are allegedly trying to kill him in prison. He claims his life is in danger, seeks home detention. He says they allegedly told a dying inmate to do it for his freedom and they would cover it up. Damn, they want to kill R. Kelly in prison, y'all. Damn. You know how many babies were born in the 90s because of R. Kelly? All those songs he put out. Put a lot of people in the love-making mood back in the 90s, man. You know how many babies were conceived in the backseat of a Jeep back in the 90s? Listening to R. Kelly bullshit? I gave y'all 30 years. 30 years. Y'all killing me, man. They're trying to kill me in here, man. I'm trying to break out of prison and I can't do it. Poor R. Kelly, man. God damn it, Dwight. I heard that Maddie put a $15 bounty on pizzas. $15? Is that all he's worth? Not even a full 20? $15. That'll get him. Yeah. Is it really worth the $15? Maybe for 20, $20 is $20, as they say. I don't know. $20 is $20. Dario, good to see you tonight. What up, Dario boy? Look, man, R. Kelly's crying, all right? Don't you have any empathy? That's what somebody asked me, Nita. Have you no empathy? How fucking dare you? Got empathy. We got empathy. We had empathy yesterday. We'll have empathy today. And we'll have empathy tomorrow. I just lost 15 viewers just talking shit without Frank. Fuck me, right? Fuck me, huh? What do you think of Cash Patel saying Epstein did not end himself? Oh, he did end himself. Yeah, I think that's bullshit, man. I didn't like that. I saw that with him and Don Bongino, whatever the hell his name is. Don Bongino. Big ass forehead, boy. Nah, man. Nah. Nah, man. I thought that was bullshit. Like, how could you say that? How could you? Maybe they're already part of the deep state. See, they think they're gonna come there and change shit. As soon as they get to the office, they sit them down in those back rooms and they read them the law. You know what I'm saying? They read them the Riot Act. They lay down the law. Like, no, you want to be the head of this fucking organization? This is how it's going to go. This is what we're up to. This is what we're doing. You either get with the program or you're going to be royally fucked now. Once you get in, there is no getting out, motherfucker. You know? Then he comes on there and sings that bullshit. Oh, of course not. No, I read everything you need to read about it, and I can promise you he did it to himself. Yeah, yeah. As the guards were not doing their job, magically disappeared, and the cameras were turned off, magically don't work on that fucking specific fucking cell. Under the type of watch and supervision he was supposed to be under, it should never have happened, all right? That doesn't seem suspicious. At least say, if you found no evidence that, he was killed, at least say it looks suspicious. On the Weather Channel, they were saying that they gave him the option to kill himself or they would kill him. Is that how it works when you get fired from the Weather Channel? I didn't know being a meteorologist was such a rough business. Fucking meteorologists. Remember that one time? Here's a true crime story you guys might have forgot. Might have happened about 10 years ago now. I think it happened in Virginia. Weirdo newscaster, I think he was the weatherman. Could have been the weatherman. And he got fired because he was a sick fuck. He was saying stupid things at work or whatever. And he had a co-worker that worked over there. She was another news reporter or whatever. And he woke up early, bright and early one morning at sunrise, and that reporter was out there filming a news segment about something. Some fucking bay over there. Talking to somebody, some resident about shit. And he just walks up to the cameraman and shoots the reporter dead, kills the cameraman. And then I think he unalived himself. Crazy story. It was on camera too. Because they were filming live. Anyway, that was a horrible true crime story. Because we ain't got nothing better to talk about. God damn it. Oh, you're going to give up leverage, boy. He told Rogan they didn't have videos of them doing shit to kids, but Pam Bondi told some random lady in a restaurant they had tons. It's going to be a crazy 3.5 years, man. Trump's already getting started. Look at all the shit going on. We got 3 more years of this, okay? Enjoy the ride while it lasts. You're never going to see this type of shit ever again in your. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. You understand? Think I need this cowboy bullshit? All right, we're going to drop a link. It's only been exactly 2 hours. I've done my due diligence, but we got to keep trying. So we're going to keep going. I dropped a link. Somebody get on here and talk to me about something, anything, something interesting. I try to be a good host and communicate intelligently sometimes. I try. So come on here and have a nice conversation, goddammit. Remember the weather woman in New York City who made a false report of. I kind of remember that. I forgot who that was. Kind of remember that. Remember Ernie Anastas on Fox 5? Told the weatherman to keep fucking that chicken? That was live. I think you can see it on YouTube. Ernie Anastas. Keep fucking that chicken. Yeah. Don't lie to me, Dwayne. God damn it. Don't lie to me. Heidi, someone on ABC? I don't know. Sounds like a woke weather report. Where the hell's Sven, man? Where the hell's Sven? Templar boy. John O'Reilly boy. Al Roker weather boy. Gastric bypass surgery. That's another one who became an asshole when he got skinny. Al Roker. Remember how jolly and nice and friendly Al Roker was when he was fat? Now he thinks who the fuck he is. Just like Al Sharpton. Nah, we missed the fat Al Sharpton, man. We missed the fat Al Roker, man. Anyway, nobody's grabbing a link. I'm an asshole. No, he doesn't. Some people don't look normal as a skinny person. No, it wasn't meant for them, man. Some people weren't meant to be skinny. No, he don't look right. There's somebody else too. Lost a lot of weight. Don't look right. I forgot. Sometimes they got a big head and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think the face and the head is the last place to lose the fat, from the rest of the body. You got to really starve yourself for a long time to lose fat in your head. What's going on with this Karen Reed psycho? She looks like a nut job. Karen Reed flashed a sinister smirk. Did I say that with a lisp? Sinister smirk. As gory photos of her dead cop boyfriend were shown in court. You see? She's a sick. Don't you understand, people? Look, she's laughing. Let me put this on the fucking screen. She's innocent, man. I know evil when I see it, man. You can't be like that, okay? You can't. Thank God you're not a jury. Yeah, well. Look at this fucking psychopath. Hold on, let me put this on the screen. And we already know she was mad at the boyfriend. She was cursing at him. They had a rocky relationship. Look at this psychopath. Look at it. Hold on. Hold on. If they don't show the friggin' ads. Look at this. Of course, can't just show me the article that I clicked on. I gotta see a stupid Mitsubishi commercial. Nobody wants your stupid Mitsubishi. Look at this. Why is she smiling in court on a murder trial? What's funny? Even her lawyer is composed, like a normal human being. Look at the asshole behind her. Composed. Make it $300 an hour, asshole. Nice tie. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Now you argue with this woman and have to turn the lights off at night and go to bed with her laying next to you. And then you wake up and she's straddling you with a gun to your face, boy, or a knife. With that sinister look in her eyes. Look at that. She's speaking in tongues. Do you love her? I bet you were partying with some bitch. They get real sinister on you. That's her, okay? She probably did it with a New England accent, which makes it even scarier, all right? Look at this fucking... Are you guys seeing this face? Is this sharing right now? Yeah, you guys are seeing it. Dwayne thought she was innocent. Look at this. Thank you, John O'Reilly. Somebody agrees. What up, Common Sense? Oh, look, of course, a friggin' Range Rover commercial. Yeah, Range Rover. Lasts up to 60 miles before it breaks down and needs a fucking new transmission. Yeah, great. I want to spend 180 grand on that when I could just get myself a Ferrari that'll jerk me off at least. But yeah, look at this terror. Look at this pure... Jesus. And you gotta tell me she's innocent. Friggin' The Grinch That Stole Christmas is more appealing than this. Okay? But because the goddamn cops over there running the shit operations, you got some horny cops over there. They want to fuck her, making comments and shit they shouldn't be making, looking for her nudes and shit. I mean, fuck. I mean, at least she has nice teeth, I guess. I don't know. Look, I shouldn't be judging, you know. We all used to look a little better back in the day, right? But I don't know. This is rough, you know. Combined with the nasty attitude, I wouldn't deal with it. I wouldn't deal with it. Maybe the guy had enough, you know. She drops him off at the party. Yeah, go party with those fucking bitches in there. Puts the car in reverse, runs his ass over. She briefly says, "Oh shit," and drives off in a panic. That's my fucking view. And you know what? She'll probably get away with this shit because the cops over there are fucking running a shit operation. When I hear that, when I see that face, all I can hear is hands. Oh yeah, poor you. These cops aren't men. Imagine going out, getting drunk, and this is who you're waking up next to. Oh yeah, with their bitches there, you know, with the jealousy and shit. Maybe if she had a nice person, maybe she was a sweet woman, you know, sweet, friendly, funny, a breath of fresh air. You know, that's not a breath of fresh air. That's a burp. Okay, that's a garlic burp. That's a burp of fucking heartburn, antacids. Okay, antihistamines. God damn it, Common. She's going to be found not guilty. You obviously aren't following the case, Smoke. God damn it. Oh, I know. There's a lot of circumstantial shit there, right? I know. Let's just say she's lucky I'm not on that jury. One look, I would have told the judge, Your Honor, I'm biased. I mean, I look at that face, I see the devil, I see Satan. Your Honor, have you ever seen the movie Devil's Advocate? This is the Antichrist, Your Honor. I can't be a part of this jury, Your Honor. I'm going to vote to convict no matter what I see, Your Honor. I know evil when I see it, and she did it, Your Honor. I'll put a Poland Spring bottle next to her right now, and that shit'll start boiling, Your Honor. Her coffee's always hot. Oh, poor you. Poor you. You know, I can look at that face. She's hot. After a few shots of Jack and some fucking, get some Budweisers going, some Stella Artois, maybe. A couple shots of Patron. Maybe some Halsey playing in the background. Yeah. Get you in the mood. Why not? Why not? That's right. She touches the cup and that shit is boiling, piping hot. God damn it. Anyway, so as she was doing with the first trial, she's still in court smirking. Now she's smirking when they flash gruesome photos of her boyfriend's battered, lifeless body. Karen Reed grinned manically. Hooked on phonics, boy. She grinned manically as graphic images of John O'Keefe's bruised and bloodied body were revealed to the jury as an expert witness testified that the blunt force trauma that killed the Boston cop wasn't consistent with being struck by the rear of her SUV. She's getting off. The blunt force trauma was not consistent with being struck by the rear of her SUV. A forensic pathologist for Reed's defense said O'Keefe's body bore. Oh, this is the defense. Of course, the defense is going to say that, son of a bitch. With the official coroner report, motherfucker. The body bore no evidence of being hit by a car and challenged the medical examiner's ruling that hypothermia played a role in the 46-year-old's death. The body did not have hypothermia, noting additional marks on his arms were likely caused by an animal bite or claw before his death. So he got attacked by a pack of wolves or some shit out there in the mean streets of Boston. I don't fucking know. What kind of wildlife you got out there? 617, stand up. And I got some asshole. He's an accident reconstructionist. That sounds like a fun job. What do you do for a living? I recreate accidents. Must be nice. Well, he testified for the prosecution previously in Reed's first trial. He took the stand in her defense now, arguing that the broken glass from her car's taillight wasn't caused from hitting a person. Oh, they're showing the arm here. Hell no. I'm looking at this arm, bro. That looks like they're showing the arm all injured. I don't think I could show that on here, but to me that looks like an animal, like a fucking bear or something. I don't know if a dog would do that. Some sort of feline, maybe a fucking bobcat. Yo, who's this? Yo, what up, man?
No, I'm not supposed to.
Chilling, God.
What's up, chat? Everybody in the chat. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. What's the
think
news, man? You ain't been paying attention to the case, my friend.
I'm reading it now. I think you're right about this because
I've been told you this.
looks like it's going to turn out. I'm looking at the picture now of his arm. Getting run over by a car ain't going to do that to you. Not that.
Listen to how corrupt the fucking prosecution is. While they had the expert witness on the fucking stand testifying regarding the consistency of the car hitting him, they claimed that the injuries that he sustains was due to road rash, right? And the expert witness is on the stand saying that, well, if it was an incident involving a road rash where the person got hit and dragged across the pavement, you would see, tears in the clothing and holes in the clothing. So the prosecution goes up and they hold up the shirt that he was wearing. And on the back of the shirt, you can see all these little holes that are missing throughout the back and sides of the shirt that he was wearing, right? Now, the expert witness is testifying saying, yes, I do see the holes. The prosecution is saying, well, okay, well, you testified that there should be holes and tears and stuff in the clothing. You don't see them on here right now. You know what those holes and those fucking missing pieces of the fucking shirt were?
What, buttons?
No, those were the spots that the forensics labs took samples of to test for fucking DNA and shit like that. And the prosecution knew that. And they intentionally went on and misled the entire fucking jury to believe that the holes on the shirt were due to this road rash and being dragged across the pavement in the fucking driveway. So the defense calls for a fucking mistrial because of what the prosecution did, and the judge agreed to instruct the jury to discard this testimony and say that the holes and stuff on the shirt were not consistent with what they were presenting. The prosecution is wrong about this. When the jury gets called back in, the judge goes and tells the jury, and they didn't say anything that they said that they were going to say during the sidebar while they had the jury out of the fucking room, because the judge supposedly, they're referring to the judge. Now I don't know about this. I have to look into this. But they're calling the judge Auntie fucking whatever the hell her name is because she's allegedly the aunt of one of the cops that was involved in this case, the house of the cover up.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So that's why they're going so hard with this shit, because it looks like they got shit evidence here, and they're going real hard with it.
They found fucking pig DNA in the fucking samples and shit on the guy's shirt.
Well, this
And they're
guy's
trying
cut up
to
pretty good. I mean, it looks like he got slice marks and puncture marks.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know
he
if
got
an
attacked
animal
by
did
the
that.
fucking dog. Yeah, the canine, the German Shepherd that was in the house, fucking attacked the
He's got
guy.
some sharp claws, man.
Of course. Hey, hold on 2 seconds. I gotta
Yeah,
I'm grabbing a drink inside. Hold
I
on a
guess.
second. Be right
Yeah,
back.
I guess a dog could do that. Yeah, I could see a dog doing that, depending on if it's a big dog. So yeah, this guy. I don't know, man. That dog did something vicious to it, to that fucking guy's arm. What kind of dog would do that? Unless the dog was witnessing his owner in a fight with this guy.
It was a fucking German Shepherd, a canine unit. It was a canine
Yeah,
dog.
there you go.
That's the
So
dog
yeah,
that fucking
a canine
that was
could
at the
do that.
house.
I mean,
Yeah, and
yeah,
the pig DNA samples that they got is from one of two things. Either it was from planted fucking evidence by the cop because they use pig's blood and all kinds of stuff. Whether it's for making food, they use pig's blood. Like if you're making like black pudding, like Italian black pudding, they use pig's blood. In that
tastes
they use
delicious.
pig's blood. Yeah, they use pig's blood, on movie scenes and movie sets when they're doing, crime scenes and shit like that. They use pig's blood. They use it for all kinds of different stuff. So it's an easy thing to fucking get. So they either intentionally planted that, or possibly the dog, it was chewing or eating some type of byproduct, like a pig product, treats or something like that. That was on his teeth. So when he bit the guy and attacked the guy, he transferred the DNA onto the shirt and the body of the victim. So it's hard to say. But when they called another accident reconstructionist, he was an expert in I don't know, cars or parts or whatever, but when they were putting together the taillights, the pieces that they allegedly found at the crime scene, which they didn't find multiple days or multiple weeks later, they have on video at the house where the Karen Rechick at the boyfriend's house the night of the murders and shit on the Ring doorbell camera. They have her car there in full tech with the taillights still on there, still being fine, and her driving and backing up into a car that was in the driveway, which is where she broke the taillight. But they found, I think it was like 37 or 57 different pieces of broken taillight and shit like that. And the expert that was putting all the pieces back together, it was from 3 different fucking cars. And there were so many pieces of taillight, by putting them all back together, you could have made 2 fucking rear lights out of the amount of broken taillight pieces at the fucking crime scene. So it's obviously planted.
They
They're trying to
overdid it.
frame. They're trying to frame her. Yeah, they're trying to frame her. I'm telling you, man, this case to me mimics a lot of the shit that you saw in the fucking O.J. Simpson case. Just a lot of nefarious shit like that.
The thing that looks bad for her though was those text messages with the ATF agent that she was sleeping with.
She wasn't
And
sleeping with no ATF agent.
what do you mean? That was his friend. He was fucking her.
No. She
Yeah,
was
he went
having a
over the
flirty
house.
conversation with the guy. No. He liked the Karen Reed chick and was hitting on her and shit like that. And she was in a relationship with the other guy. They just had flirty messages back and forth. She wasn't cheating on the guy.
He went over the house. Look it up. He went over the house. They spent the night together.
I don't know about any of that. I didn't hear about that. But what does that have to do with anything?
That coupled with the arguments that she was having, the other text messages with the arguments, and they were even arguing the night she dropped him off at the place from the bar to the house during a fucking
Yeah, she was
blizzard.
calling him a scum. She was calling him a scumbag and all sorts of shit. Are you gonna text somebody 50, 60 fucking times and shit, trying to get a hold of him after you got into a fight and the guy's missing and not showing up? But if you just killed the fucking guy, I mean, that doesn't make very much sense, does it? It was
Yeah,
also a
but even
blizzard
before that,
outside the night of the crimes, the night of the fucking murders and shit. It was a snow, it was like a fucking snowstorm that was out. They live, I think, like a 7 to 10 minute drive during regular time. I think it was like a couple of miles or whatever away from the house. They have her at the house sending messages hooked onto the Wi-Fi at the house when they allegedly claimed that this guy was killed at the house. I mean, you can't be in two places at the same time. Trust me, man. The lady didn't do this shit. They're covering it up and shit. All the Ring doorbell footage from the house from the party that they were at, everything is intact except for the time of murder and then anything post afterwards. And then you have people inside the house that are Googling how long does it take for somebody to die outside in the cold to get hypothermia at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, why would you do that?
yeah.
Explain that.
Well, if she gets
Trust me,
off,
she didn't do it.
they're not gonna
She's
go
not
look
gonna
for
get
anybody
off.
else.
She's not gonna get off. She didn't do it. There's a big difference. You can't say somebody's getting off on it. You get off on it if you actually did the crime. If you didn't do the crime, you got found not guilty because you were fucking innocent. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
OJ was found not guilty. Nah,
Yes.
people don't think he was innocent.
Well, that's all fine and well. That's a totally different case, a totally different circumstance. Legally, he was found, not guilty by a court, and a jury of the fucking peers. Okay, yeah, but in the eyes of the public, and he was guilty. But in this case, not only will the jury find her not guilty, but most of the public knows that the lady's fucking innocent too. If you're actually looking and paying attention to the trial, not if you're reading posts like the one you're reading, like, oh, she's smiling while they're showing pictures. How do you know that that's fucking true? You know how much AI and fucking bullshit they put on here? They'll take a picture and say, oh, it was at the time that they were putting up pictures of the dead fucking body. How do we know that? I could take a picture of you smiling right now and be like, oh, Gunsmoke was laughing when he found out that this guy fucking had a heart attack and died and shit. You know what I mean? That don't fucking mean nothing. Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh God damn it! I was fucking muted. I was saying, the press is capable of that.
Of course.
So
And they probably got it from somebody's
yeah.
Instagram or Twitter fucking post that just trying to fucking get some attention or something. These people are sick on the internet, man.
Goddamn fucking internet.
The FBI should be fucking paying close attention to this case and looking to get their own indictments afterwards for the fucking shit that these cops and corrupt fucking prosecutions and judge and shit are fucking trying to do right now, because this is a fucking murder case where somebody's life is on the line. You planting evidence during a murder case and shit, you could be held in some states liable for the same amount of time and shit for perjuring yourself on a stand like that to try to get somebody else convicted. You could then face fucking life in prison, 20-year sentence. It's not just a regular perjury charge in a murder case.
Nobody's going down for that. After this, they're not going after nobody else. It'll be just
Well,
an unsolved case.
if they put enough pressure on the people that were involved or somebody that they could get them on something and shit, you might see somebody fucking coming after the fact and want to come clean about it because they're worried about getting charged of being, held liable and shit for something like this. That's my opinion on it. They
A
should be
fucking
anyways.
Boston cop gets murdered. And
In a house full of fucking agents and government fucking employees and a whole family of that, it's all fucking related and shit like that. There's so much shit going on. They're gonna have all kinds of movies and documentaries and shit about this. Trust me, this is gonna be a big fucking thing when it's done and over with. Believe me.
I wonder who's gonna play her role. I'm trying to think who they could get. Who's an evil looking bitch? Let me think.
Maybe Angel could play her.
Oh, I'm so flattered. It's my award-winning role. I've been waiting my whole life. Yeah.
I just saw her. Something popped up. She's I don't know, something on her community thing just popped up in my feed talking about she's going at the right winger, saying that she's getting blamed for being attacked or something. So I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I had to
what is that all about?
I had to agree with that. I guess. Well, let's see. Let me.
Yeah, can you pull it up real quick? I saw it quick. I want to see what the hell. Somebody can put it in context and tell me what the hell's going on, because all her shows are private now, so I can't see it, like you used to,
Yeah. So she says, I was preoccupied today, but I was told that I was being blamed for the guy in Miami going after Angela. Seriously, it's my fault? When you comment in chats and make posts talking about people and they go after you, how is that my fault? By the way, when Casparosa doxed you, it was me, who did shows defending you. Not big
it was
tough guy
meet John
Maureen.
Gotti.
Oh, she said not big tough guy Maureen Mo.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
This is the thanks Angela and Maureen get, you see?
What happens
She
when you're
said
nice
not
to the
big tough
boss's
guy.
daughter?
Maureen used to go around everywhere defending this woman, everywhere. Even if we made a little joke, she'd be like, hey, don't stop that. Stop. I'd be like, fuck, man.
It's not true.
It's not
My
true.
friend.
Stop it. And then,
this is the thanks she
out
gets.
of respect, and then this is the thanks she gets. All the grief she went through, Angela.
Wow.
God
Damn,
damn it.
so this shit ain't over with. They're still throwing shots and shit, apparently, then. They're still,
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
It's still going on.
It's still a thing.
They're gonna be talking shit for a while, boy.
Jesus.
Thank you, Jay Dams. Yeah.
I thought they would say their little piece and things would be whatever, but apparently things are still brewing on the horizon, so to speak.
Yeah. Well,
I figured they'd have their little spat and they were good, figure it out, but apparently that ain't the case. What do you think? What do you think happens? Because I'm still shocked by the whole thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I never thought this would happen, to be honest. I thought,
No.
that was a lasting relationship, 10 years at least, 10, 12 years, whatever.
I guess I gave Mickey more credit than she fucking deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't deserve that much. It's a sad reality for them people, you know what I mean?
We should have saw it coming because she's done it to people before. So, I don't know. But
No, that's true. Yeah, nobody should be surprised by it. I'm not surprised by it at all. No, not at all. I
thank
guess
you,
it's
J
par for
Dan.
the course. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what
Dot
J-Dan's
Dome.
did, but thank you.
What up, Dot Dome boy?
What else? What else
Huh?
is going on, man? What else did I miss? Anything else cooking? What else is cooking?
In this friggin' community, I don't know. I don't
Well,
know what's going on.
anything interesting going on.
Those fucking riots, but
The
people
what?
get upset. The riots going on in LA and now supposedly Chicago. And
Oh, I didn't hear about that. What's that about? What was it about?
what?
Yeah, what?
They were, ICE was out there arresting people, and LA fucking decides like, no, you're not gonna do this. So they started attacking ICE and the cops and shit. Then it turned into a big riot. Now they're looting the stores and burning
Yeah,
fucking cars and shit, throwing cinder blocks and at cops.
really?
And like a few blocks away from this protest, they found like a pallet in some parking lot
Uh,
stacked with nothing but cinder blocks just sitting there randomly.
oh, somebody dropped them off for them to do this
This
shit.
shit is organized, bro.
Oh
These
yeah,
riots and shit.
Yep,
When I
yep.
saw that, I was like, holy shit, like this has got to be organized. I don't know, maybe
Listen,
somebody's playing a prank or whatever, but
no. They've been doing this shit. Remember they did this shit during the George Floyd fucking riots?
yeah,
They were planting all kinds of fucking shit that they could fucking use as weapons and all sorts of shit
that's
was
what it was called.
mysteriously just showed up. Yeah.
Get into good trouble. That's what I was trying to think about the other day. They called it good trouble.
Yeah.
Fucking Maxine Waters and all these other assholes.
Listen, nobody finds it suspicious or odd that during the entire time of Joe Biden's presidency that none of these fucking riots or fucking things occurred. They occurred all throughout Trump's first fucking 4 years. And now as soon as Trump's back in office and shit, all these riots are mysteriously popping up all over the place with
They
fucking
encourage it. Yeah.
yeah, with people burning shit to the ground and bricks and everything else of protests and shit. You didn't see that one time in 4 fucking years when Biden was the president. Did you or did you not? Because I
No.
can't name one. Can you?
And they were the worst of times under Biden.
Yeah.
They were the worst
So
of times.
if nobody can see what's going on here and can't see the correlation between fucking these riots and protests and shit and who's in office right now, I don't know what to fucking
And
tell you
they're
because
mad because Trump brought in the National Guard to restore order. You think
good.
the state would be happy? Newsom says I'm going to sue. He's going to sue Trump now for doing that. They were going to let the cities burn.
They
Like
want them to.
yeah,
They
that's
want
what
to
they
use
do.
it for political advantage, for leverage and shit. They're
And
sick
they've done
fucks,
this
dude.
for years. They did it for
Yep.
years, all across they destroyed San Francisco, Oakland, Chicago.
Their own cities, their own
Yeah.
places.
Their own cities that they rule at. Yeah.
What about that sick fuck Gavin Newsom when the LA fires happened? You know the fires and shit like a year or two ago. Remember they burned the whole fucking
That was a few months
place.
ago. Yeah.
Well, I was like, yeah, within the last year or whatever. Gavin Newsom was on the news fucking when they were asking him, what the plans are to, help the people out, this and that. He says, oh, he had a big shit-eating grin on his face, smiling ear to ear. He was all bouncing around and giddy, talking about, oh, we got plans and investors to come in and make, a couple hundred million or $1 billion, whatever it was, and I already got things in the work and lined up and shit. He wasn't talking about helping the people out that lost their homes, that weren't covered by insurance, that all got dropped and shit. He was talking about what he had planned and shit for the, rebuilding and projects coming in to make money and shit like that. These people are sick, man.
Yeah, this
They
is
really are
sick.
sick.
It really is. They're destroying this country, man. And when it's time to clean it up, everybody wants to cry.
Yeah,
Like,
people need to wake up. The shit's right in front of your face, man. Like literally, they do the shit in front of your face and smile at you and fucking pointing a finger at somebody else. It's fucking sickening, man. It really is, bro.
and the shit was
And I
never
don't
going to
know.
end. I mean, thank God for this guy coming in here. He was the only one that would speak up about this shit going on for too long. Even about the forest fires. He told the guy to clean up that shit in the forest. The
If
fucking
you
governor, huh?
good, no,
And he cared more about a fucking fish than he cared about the public, the smelt fish in that fucking river,
yeah.
so he wouldn't have water in the fucking fire hydrants. What a fucking incompetent piece of shit.
If you remember, before the election, Donald Trump went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he talked about one of the biggest issues that he sees coming forward for California. He was talking about how they ruin the issues that they have with water out there and irrigation and stuff. And he was talking about how there used to be one of the biggest natural lakes in the entire country that was out in the center of California that got drained out and rerouted out to the ocean by the government back then, right? And he says that one of the biggest problems they're gonna have is that if they have a fire out there, this whole place is gonna be fucking pretty much, decimated, destroyed. And then look at fucking what happens. He called it before it even fucking went down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this was a known problem that they had out there. It was a known fucking issue that they could have been working for and taking care of, not to allow to fucking happen. And then
Should have
right
been top
before
priority. Yeah.
yeah, and then right before this happens, about a month or two previously, they kicked everybody off of their fucking insurance and shit, took away their fucking fire insurance and all that, and all these people lost billions of dollars in land and property and shit in a really high-end affluent area of California, you know what I mean?
And they got butch lesbian firefighters talking about if a guy gets caught in a fire, he put himself in that position. What kind of man are you? Like, excuse me? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, these people are sick, man.
It's your job to
They're
go in there and save his life, you fucking asshole. But
some sick puppies.
I'd rather know a firefighter looks like me when he's saving my life than, what the fuck? I don't give a
I don't
shit
even know
what
what that
color he
means.
is. Yeah, save my life, asshole. It's a fire. I don't give a shit
Right.
about what color he
Nah.
is, fucking idiot.
Yeah, whether or not they're a tranny or a fucking lesbian or homo
Yeah.
or something like
I feel
that's
so
not,
much better knowing that, my firefighter's a butch,
Yeah, I feel so much better knowing that all the transformers and shit got taken out in a blaze or something,
It's a sick joke, and they had a whole fucking fire department like that. They were getting these was the top echelon too in the fire department over there. I mean,
sorry, you're talking about that dyke bitch with the fade, the bitch with the
yeah,
blonde hair, the
yeah.
fade.
She
Talking
wasn't the
about
only one. She was just a poster boy with her fucking mouth.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, something else. Speaking of that, you saw the fucking shit. I don't know. Were we talking about that with the fucking the bitch that was boxing there in the fucking Olympics and shit from Algeria or whatever the fuck? The
Yeah,
one that was like a dude.
they secretly got her tests, and they found out she's a man.
Yeah, well, the craziest part about that is previously, I think they had a event or something in like Japan, like 2 years previously. It was like one of those like mid, not I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's not the Olympics, but a lot of the people that participated in it also participate in that like global event or whatever. You know what I mean? It was like the one they do in between the Olympics and shit. Like trials and shit leading up to it.
Uh-huh.
And they were banned from that fucking boxing tournament because they came back and she had fucking male chromosomes in her fucking DNA and shit like that. So they had already been banned previously for coming back as being born genetically a man, and they claimed that it was just a biological issue or something with the chromosomes that she had or whatever. Like, no, you either got fucking XX or XY fucking chromosomes. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. There's no mistake in this
They
here.
know
You know
that
what I
was a
mean?
man. They know
They knew
that's a
that was
man.
a fucking dude. Exactly. They knew that's a fucking man. You know what I mean? Even if you were born, let's say, technically like a hermaphrodite or something, in the rare occurrence that you are, you're still going to be able to carry that gene for the male, which means that you have, the testosterone and the capability with muscle and everything else in your genes and shit that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And you see these people coming in like the swimmers and shit like that, or like the weightlifters that were transformers that come in and they're the worst out of all the males when they're competing against the males. They go to the women's and they're breaking the world record that's been in place for 80 fucking years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. That's not. If you had a daughter, like I don't have a daughter, kids, or anything, but if I did, and my daughter, broke her back and trained her ass off and worked to get where she was at to become an Olympics and shit, and she has to compete against something, that's fucked up to me. I don't think that that's right,
It's a
man.
disgrace. Yeah, no,
It's a
they're
disgrace.
so
That's
proud
not
of
fair, man.
themselves when they win too. They're so proud, like they
They're
earned it.
sick, man. Yeah, these
Yeah,
people are
it's a
sick.
mental illness.
It really is. No, honestly, at the end of the day, I'm sorry, but people can agree, disagree, whatever. I believe that it is a mental illness and it's something that needs to be fucking, taken care of by the doctors and psychiatrists and shit like that because you're not you're not all there upstairs. I'm sorry,
It's
but you're not.
dangerous too with these Olympics. Like that Italian girl,
You can kill somebody.
she was a Olympic wrestler. I mean, not wrestler, boxer. She was an Olympic
Boxer, yeah.
boxer. So that means she's used to getting hit. You know what I'm saying? She took
Mm-hmm.
one punch from this bitch and said, "No, I'm done. Fight's over. I forfeit."
Yeah, because she knew she could get killed.
One
Listen, if you know
punch.
what
Yeah.
you're doing, listen, if you know what you're doing and you're a boxer and you're that much, that's why they have weight classes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get somebody like that that's just got a genetic advantage and power and shit behind it. You punch somebody in the face and you know what you're doing, you'll cave their whole fucking face and if not kill them, give them brain damage or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when Louis Restier or whatever got in that fight when he had the loaded gloves, you know, with the cement gloves and shit like that, and
I
he
remember
killed the
that.
guy, put him into a
Yeah.
brain damage and killed the guy over that. That's basically what you're doing when you're putting a man in there with a woman. That's just not it's not fair. It's not right. It really isn't.
What a
I'm
piece of
all
shit.
about yeah, you know, these people that speak out, they're all about, you know, equal rights for men and women. Well, listen, there's a bottom line when it comes down to, you know, physicality and shit like that. I'm sorry, but you know, you could be a strong woman, whatever. You're never gonna beat a man. You're just not. It is what it is. There's nothing, you know, biased or sexual or whatever. You know what I mean? There's nothing like it is what it is, man. You know, it's just reality. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's right. And
They
somebody's
don't
gonna
accept
seriously get
reality.
fucking hurt.
Yeah. Well, they want to what do you call it? Placate these people to, consider their feelings and shit. So we don't have to live in reality now. We have to fucking
And you're talking about a
cater to them.
minute, yeah, and you're
Yeah.
talking about a minute percentage of the fucking population and shit. Decimal, you know, millionth decimal place, fucking,
But
you
they
know
have
what I
a
mean?
big voice on fucking social media.
And yeah, and apparently somehow they're running the whole show when they make up less than one millionth of the fucking population as a whole. You know what I mean? Like, come on, something's fucking off here. You
Yeah.
know?
It's an agenda that's being pushed by somebody. Somebody rich and
Yeah.
powerful is pushing this agenda for
You
a
ever
long
seen a
time.
you ever seen a fucking gay fucking lion or fucking homo fucking tranny lion or something? But the Lion King wants to be a fucking princess or something. I'm like, come on, man. This shit ain't normal, dude.
I've seen a tranny Navy admiral. I've seen a tranny, what do you call it? Head of the health department under
That
Joe
was
Biden.
insane. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
insane. They were like fucking 280-pound little meatball too, talking about fucking giving health advice and shit
Yeah.
like that. When they got a fridge full of fucking taquitos and fucking pizzas and shit, dude. What the fuck
What
is
a
going on
sick
over
joke.
there?
Yeah. What a sick joke. What an
Like, what do you look
embarrassment.
like? Yeah, what do you look like to the rest of the world? At least I listen. The what's his name there? Kennedy there?
Yeah.
RFK. Like,
Yeah.
listen, the guy, I think the guy's a little kooky to some extent. He's a little wacky,
Yeah.
but the guy's 70 something fucking years old. He's shredded, bro. The guy's in better shape than most fucking 30 and 40 or 20-year-olds that, you know, the guys can do fucking pull ups and fucking everything, runs marathons. The guy's got a fucking 10 pack. You know, you know, if that guy wants to be head of the health department and give people advice, like, you take advice from him. You know what I mean? You don't got to
Yeah.
listen to all of his other shit, but at least the guy's in shape and he's in good health, and I'm sure he knows what he's fucking talking about. Now, some of the other stuff, I think they just banned cannabis and some stuff in like Texas or whatever, and he was saying that the vapes or disposables or something that they're using is turning people into homosexuals or trannies or something. Like that's a little bit, like that's a little bit nutty. You know what I mean? Like that's a little
Oh, that's
crazy,
great.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
That's
shit
awesome.
like that, it's like, all right, this guy's a little fucking out there, you know what I mean? But at least the guy's in physically good health to give people fucking, you know, health advice. Don't smoke
Yeah.
that devil's lettuce juice. That shit's turning people into transformers and homos out there. Stay
Thank
away
God
from
for
it.
Trump, man. Only under a Trump administration would you see this type of shit, man. Oh, that's great.
So that shit's kind of funny, but you know. But listen, we've seen it all by now. You know what I mean? These people on here, they're fucking sick, dude. They really are. They need help. We're dealing with some sick fucking puppies out there that got a voice. You know, the internet is fucking. I still stand by that. They should have to. You guys should. You know, you got to take like a driving test and a fucking test to, you know, become an electrician or something. You know, you have to have credentials. I think you need to be able to pass like a mental test to have internet
Yeah.
access to be allowed to come on the internet. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think so too. Yeah, it should be prohibited. People with certain mental illnesses or some sort of certain
Yeah.
personalities or whatever disorders,
Hmm.
they should be restricted from
Yeah, restricted, yeah, from
the wider
engaging with
web.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if you want to do some homework and look up something on fucking, you know, the Revolutionary War, go ahead. But if you want to
Yeah.
come online and fucking talk to people and shit like that, like, now you need to get a
No, yeah.
certification and pass this fucking test because you're dangerous, you know?
They shouldn't have access to social media. I'd like to take away their voting rights too, That'll solve a lot of problems. Because
Yeah,
these
because these fucking
wackos, these
people are out of their
weirdos,
mind.
they shave their head off. They shave half of their head off, and then the other half is like neon blue, and they pierce
Yeah.
their nose. And those are the assholes that go out and vote. Meanwhile, the
Right.
guy with the normal brain, the sensible brain, you don't even have time to go to the fucking polls. You know, he just got off of work. He's tired. He goes to sleep or whatever. And, voting day is over. And guess who voted? The fucking blue-haired asshole that fucking stood outside fucking 8 hours to go vote for some fucking socialist asshole who's going to take over the city and fuck it up with bicycle lanes and everything else.
Who you talking about, handstand?
Well, he's one of those advocates, right?
No, I'm just breaking his balls. Yeah, he's a little out there when it comes to this political fucking.
Yeah, no, he's a radical.
He's a radical. He's a little radical. He's a little AOC-ish. You know, at times.
Yeah, no, he's definitely an AOC voter. He was sticking up for AOC the other day in here.
Oh my
A couple
goodness,
weeks ago.
handstand. Come on, man.
She's an educated woman. She graduated from Yale with fucking honors. What'd you ever do? Shut the fuck up.
She didn't go to Yale. She went to BU.
Oh, whatever the fuck she went. He didn't say Yale, but
BU or BC. She went to Boston College or Boston University. One of them. Which, don't get me wrong, that's a good school. I'm not fucking disrespecting that. It's a great fucking school. But listen, you know how many fucking idiots I know have fucking master's degrees and fucking college educations and shit that fucking don't mean nothing. I know a lot of fucking stupid people with fucking degrees. Believe me. They're out there. You know?
yeah.
They're fucking out there. And she's fucking one of them. Have you ever heard that broad talk about shit?
Oh yeah, no,
Jesus.
there's nothing there. She's an idiot. She's
If
a
she didn't
moron.
have a pair of fucking double D's, dude, she wouldn't even get fucking elected.
Yeah.
You know?
Now they're gonna prop her up for president now. These people are sick.
Oh my god, no way, really?
No, they said they did polling in 2028. She's gonna be the nominee for the Dems.
Jesus.
She's
We're
polling
fucking-
number one.
That's not good.
Damn right, that's not good.
Like, that's a real thing, though? Like, seriously? She's fucking...
I mean, that was
in
a
the
few
running
weeks
to
ago. I
become
don't
the
know. That's what they were
Really?
saying a few weeks ago. She
That's scary.
predicted that she would be the nominee.
That's scary.
I mean, 3.5 years is a long time. Who knows what could happen? But
Yeah.
who else they got over there? They got nobody else. Who's gonna put up there? Cory Booker? Where the fuck? Come on. Or
I
Gavin
think they're
Newsom
all-
after he destroyed California? No.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. No. That guy's a fucking scumbag. He was the
Yeah.
one that fucking got in trouble when he's telling everybody, lockdown, COVID. He's over there doing private dinners at the fucking French Laundry fucking, restaurant and shit, fucking chucking it up with his buddies while he's telling everybody to stay inside and don't go out and fear for their lives, you know? And sick bastards. man.
$5,000 a plate. Cocksucker.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? Fuck that shit. These people are sick. Bunch of sick fucks, man. But anyways, fuck the politics, fuck the boss. Nobody wants to hear that shit. What else is brewing? What else is cooking?
Let me
Anything
think, man.
interesting going on? Anybody in the chat got anything good shit coming up or what? Oh, I did want to say, hey, did you see that fucking lunatic that fucking went on pizza to meet up with pizza? The fucking Bruno guy, the wrestler guy?
Yeah, I
That
saw
went on
that shit.
Frankie's show?
Yeah, and he backed down. He said, "Oh, he apologized. I respect that."
You want to talk about fucking mental illness? Now, I didn't know that this guy had originally went on Frankie's show on his wrestling show, right? I found this out later, shit, because I didn't know who the fuck this guy was. I was just laughing that we had another nutcase on here threatening to fucking do something to somebody. You know what I mean? Anyways, I find out later that the guy fucking went on Frankie's wrestling show and was like trying to attack FBS or something, and then he went on FBS's show acting like he was his buddy and he supported him and hated fucking pizza and shit. And then he tried, when they asked him, like they said, "Oh, you look kind of familiar, fucking. Were you like in the wrestling community or something like that?" And he's like, "No, me, no, never. I was, no, I'm not in no fucking wrestling." He's like, "I got a brother though named fucking Vinny or something, whatever the fuck his name was, and he was into the fucking wrestling and shit. He was trying to act like, trying to act like his brother was on here, fucking, pretending to be him or something like that." And then he goes and he meets up with Pizza. And fucking Pizza gets out the fucking car, bro, with these fucking, the motorcycle fucking gloves, or like the hard knuckle, so if you crash, they want like rip your fucking fingers off and shit.
Yeah.
Pizza had a pair of these shits on, ready to fucking knuckle up with this guy, and he must have saw him and just fucking did an about face and was like, "Oh shit, he might actually fucking swing on me." He put the gloves on and everything, bro. So he fucking backed down and wound up giving him a hug, apologizing to the fucking guy.
Yeah.
He says, I gotta respect people that can apologize to my face. I gotta accept that. Get the fuck out of here. Another clown fucking wanna be on here, fucking pretending like they're gonna fucking do something to somebody.
Yeah. Like, why even put yourself in that position? Like, you look like an asshole.
I
Might as
mean,
well not
talk
even
about-
talk that shit,
Yeah, talk about mental illness. The guy was literally on 3 different shows, supposedly, pretending to be one guy, and then goes on another show after he trashed and talked all this shit and was giving the guy money, acting all buddy, saying he's going to do something. Then he goes up with pizza, gets fucking scared, and then fucking he says everybody on YouTube is fake.
Shit.
What the fuck? Oh, these people are sick,
That's
man.
more
They're real
mental
fucking
illness.
sickos.
Yeah.
Well, mm-hmm.
They destroyed this community with that shit. I guess it's entertaining though, but
Oh, it's
just
funny.
poisoned everything.
It's definitely funny. I think it's hilarious.
Oh, he was on
These
Lee's
people are-
wrestling show.
Dude, I heard he was he supposedly was on Lee's show, right? He supposedly went on Frankie's one night, and allegedly he was on Angels a handful of times too.
Oh, geez.
But he was using a different name, pretended to be this other guy. But then he went on FBS's under the name Bruno and pretended like the guy that was on all these other channels wasn't him, and it might have been his brother. The guy's fucking nuts.
All the weirdos choose the name Bruno for some reason. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know.
I guess it's a stupid name, right? I don't know.
Yeah, they call me Bruno.
Angelo Bruno
Oh.
was a respected guy.
Wasn't that MRE's name too? Bruno the Doberman?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
all the weirdos
Good point.
choose that name?
Listen, I don't know, man, but obviously it's got something to do with being fucking half a nut. It's like they're sorry, I was eating a fucking snack. Apparently like it's their fucking alter ego or something, you know. Bruno's everybody's fucking alter ego on here or something, you know.
Yeah.
I can't really make any sense of it, but I mean, did you guys see this shit? I mean, people had to be dying laughing when they saw this shit.
Yeah, I was
because
watching it.
I
I was watching it go down when it was happening.
See, I didn't know about this guy being on all these other shows and shit. So I'm just thinking, oh, it's another guy that wants to fucking, meet up with pizza allegedly and shit. You know what I mean? I didn't know that he was on all these shows until after the whole incident with pizza meeting up with him even happened. Then I found out about it. I was dying, bro. I'm like, oh my god, these people.
At first,
are
they said
fucking
he
nuts.
was running. They came in here and said, "Oh, Pizza just ran from a guy," and I'm like, "What?" So
Oh
I
no,
looked,
no, he ain't run.
No, he didn't run. He pulled a U-turn and came back.
Yeah. Listen, I don't bullshit, man. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna come on here and ever say make something up to make somebody look bad if it didn't happen. From what I saw on there, fucking the pizza did a U-turn, opened up his fucking car door, and he came out with these gloves on, ready to fucking do something. And fucking Leon was in the car, the dog going fucking ballistic. I'm telling you right now that if he's out somewhere and that dog will fuck somebody up for him. I'm telling you right now. I seen the way that dog was fucking acting and reacting and barking and shit. That dog will fuck somebody up for him, without a doubt. No question in my mind. I'd be more scared of that dog than MRE's fucking Doberman over there. That dog don't even fucking make a peep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Leon looked like he was ready to die fucking for this dude that day. I'm telling you. You know?
Australian painter's close friend's name. Oh, that's where the name comes from.
What? What are you talking about?
Bruno, one of Hitler's close friends' name was Bruno.
Well, that was the head of his personal security was Bruno Geist or whatever the fuck his name is. That was his like number 3 in command or whatever. That's why I think MRE picked that name. Bruno Geist or whatever. That was his hero. Fucking probably has a picture of him on his taint. You know, probably has Bruno on his asshole or something. Who the fuck knows? Yeah, these people are sick.
Yeah.
Why? Who said that? Who made that comment?
Who said what?
The Bruno comment. I mean, I said that a long time ago, but I was curious if somebody else picked up on it too.
Captain Jack.
Mm.
The Austrian painter's close friend's name was Bruno.
Yeah.
Captain Jack boy. Bruno Sammartino. Tough bastard back in the day, a wrestler. Tough bastard boy. But yeah, the other guy, he embarrassed himself, so that's that.
Has he come up back around since that day, or he disappeared like the rest of them?
Oh, I don't know. He never came around here, so I don't know. But I don't know where else he's been.
I mean, that shit is just embarrassing. Like, you can't listen. You're around here talking all that shit, doing all this. You actually to go out of your way to go meet up with somebody, you don't do nothing. That's worse than why even go?
And
You know
they
what I
pull
mean?
that shit, oh, he apologized. I respect that. And I was saying on my show, like, motherfucker, he don't respect nothing, man. That guy, that guy don't fucking apologize for nothing. He don't mean it. You know how many times
No.
that guy apologized to me and then fucking says, fuck the apology. I don't give a shit about an apology. Fuck your apology. You know how many times he said that to people? Not just me.
But what did
Plenty
he
of people.
apologize for? I don't get it though. What did he do? Like, what was he apologizing to do?
I
Did he
guess he
do
said,
something to the guy?
I guess he said Pizza apologized to him. I don't know what Pizza did to him, but maybe
Well,
talk
that's what I'm
shit or
asking. Fucking. Oh, he was talking shit about the guy then?
maybe, I guess that's what Pizza does best, right? So
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
I
know.
didn't know if there was a particular incident that I just don't. I'm just not aware of and shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, I don't know. Maybe there was. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure fucking he said something like if the guy was talking that shit, Pizza was definitely responding to the guy, calling him a jerk off and a homo or something. I
Yeah,
guarantee he was doing that. Or junkie probably, crackhead or something.
all
That's his
that.
go-to. Yeah.
Yeah, so he
So I'm
knows.
sure. Yeah.
That's all that's
So
on his brain. Everybody's the junkie, low life, all this. Well,
and a
he's
homo.
perfect. Yeah, well, he's perfect. Yeah,
But
nothing wrong with
listen,
him.
he was ready to beat Bruno up, dude, for sure. I will say that.
Well, you don't know how it could have turned out. He knows he's on camera, so he's gonna play that role.
Well, he had
Until
the
shit
gloves
goes
on.
down.
He made it look good. He made it look good, then. He had the
Yeah.
gloves on and everything. He
No, he
looked
had a
like he was
knife
ready
too.
to
They
throw
said he had
down.
a knife. He had a knife ready.
Did he?
Supposedly that's what they're saying.
Oh, I
Somebody
didn't see
said that.
that. Oh, okay. Well,
So
listen,
yeah,
the guy's on here fucking getting threatened and doing shit all the time. So I'm sure he's got a whole Inspector Gadget fucking toolbox full of fucking different weapons you might fucking pull out of the bag, so to speak.
and he's definitely paranoid. So yeah, and he's he's a schizophrenic sick fuck. So why even waste your time with that shithead? And even if you do get him, he's gonna call the cops. And then not somebody said, oh, it's just a simple assault, whatever. I don't feel like fucking sitting. I was locked up for 17 hours. That's a long 17 hours. God damn it. Fuck that.
Did you
You know
did
what I'm
did
saying?
you did you keep it 10 toes down and keep your mouth shut
Yeah.
like a real man
No, I
for the
came home
17
as a real
hours?
man after that.
Oh, okay.
I was respect. People were crying. I had shame.
You're holding the neighborhood down though. You get 10 toes down. You know what I mean? Doing 17 hours is a big deal now.
That was
There's
long
another
enough.
guy on here that did 10 days like a real man.
And he came home and there was shame. But
Yeah, kept his head high though. He didn't fall,
yeah,
didn't bend, didn't break, didn't
no,
fall.
did his time like a man.
Yeah. Then Tommy fucking Stiggs did his time, his 8 months like a man in New Jersey. Said it was like doing 20 in the feds.
Yeah, I'm sure it felt like it though. Shit, sure it felt
I
like
just
it.
don't know where do these people come up with this shit, man. Like seriously, what the fuck? Who says that? Like that's insane. 8 months is like 8 years in the feds. Dude. What the fuck? What are you in fucking
Doing
Alcatraz,
hard
dude?
time, man. Hard time.
Yeah, you guys acting like you're in fucking Alcatraz or something with fucking Whitey and these guys doing acid all day or something, man. What the fuck?
Thank you,
These guys
Danny
ain't right.
Green.
They ain't right, man. Danny Green, my dude.
Oh, and
My
Bella,
dude.
Bella too.
Oh,
Captain Jack got a
Bella.
membership. Thank you, Bella.
Thank you, Bella.
How come I didn't see that? What the
Hey, I
fuck?
seen Bella around. Are they? How long they've been around for? Is it a different name they were using before or something? Or she knew, or because I just seen her coming around more recently. Unless I just didn't know, wasn't paying attention. But thank you,
Yeah,
Bella.
I mean,
Appreciate it.
I don't
She
know
always
where else she
contributes
go.
to the show and
Yeah,
supports the channel and shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We appreciate that.
Thank you, Bella. Finney Brooklyn's coffee was still hot when he got home.
Yeah.
It
The
was
fucking
lukewarm.
sandwich was still fresh. Yeah, unbelievable. The fact that they say this shit with a straight face though is the incredible part. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He was dead serious when he said that shit too. That I had to do my 10 days like a real man.
doing
You know
hard time. A week and a half. Damn, that sucks though. I mean, that's that sucks.
what?
I'm sure it was a long week and a half.
Yeah. I wish any of the cases I had, I only had to fucking do 10 days. That'd have been beautiful. The fuck? I
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't be bragging about it on the internet. That's fucking for sure.
I mean, it's such a waste. Like, why the fuck, put the guy. I guess you gotta punish him somehow, right? 10 days. I mean, you couldn't just give the guy
Straighten
probation.
him, straighten him right out, man. He went and
Yeah.
got scared straight after 10 days. Never fucking jaywalked again.
What you doing
You
in
know?
here, man? You gonna be somebody's bitch. You gonna put some orange flavored Kool-Aid powder on your lips, boy. You know,
Shit ain't right.
scared them
That ain't
straight.
right.
Don't you ever come
Yeah.
back inside somebody's prison again, motherfucker.
Disrespecting motherfuckers like that, man. Put some
Gonna turn
respect
you
on my
into a
name, boy.
press. Yeah. Thank you, Danny.
Like, damn, what did these guys do when they were in there? I mean, fuck, dude.
Better keep your
Guys
head
really
low
thought
and
them
shut
10
up.
days was that rough. They must have been getting abused or something as soon as they got in there.
Well, you can't tell nobody you're doing 10 days, right?
What's that?
You can't tell nobody you're doing 10 days, right?
No. That won't go over too well,
Just keep
no.
your mouth shut and keep your head
Listen, there
down.
was a case out here in Connecticut, like about 25 years ago or so, 30 years ago, and they had to rewrite the laws and shit and rules. Well, no, I don't know about laws, but like the rules and like prison and shit, because what happened is that this kid was serving like a 90-day sentence and shit for some stupid shit like DUI or whatever the fuck it was. It was something stupid or whatever, and he happened to be in a cell with a guy who was doing life with no parole, and he's in there complaining to the guy that he can't believe that he has to serve, 60 days out of the fucking 90 and how fucked up it is, this and that. You think somebody that's doing life wants to hear you complaining about the fucking 60 days that you got to do? And what wound up happening to the kid? The guy took his TV and fucking beat him to death with his own fucking television because he was in there
Wow.
crying about fucking doing 60 days when this guy's serving life with no chance of parole. So that's why they
Wow.
that's why they no longer will allow people with different sentences and shit to go to different prisons and shit, and they got to separate everybody by levels with violence and everything like that because that kid family wound up suing for millions of fucking dollars because he should he should have never been in there with a guy like that, you know.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
But it's also a lesson for everybody too. Like you need to fucking think real carefully when you're in these situations and stuff to fucking play your position, so to speak. You know what I mean? Would you want to hear about that shit? Some asshole complaining about doing 60 fucking days when you know you're never gonna get out ever?
Yeah.
You fucking probably want to beat them to death too, no?
They shouldn't even be mixing those people together. Like, I always thought it was fucked up when, like, you get
Well, they
arrested for
can't
some Mickey Mouse
anymore.
shit and they would send
Yeah.
you to Rikers Island, and you're on the fucking block now with fucking blood gang members that cut your face and Lion Kings and all there for what, a fucking whatever the fuck, some Mickey Mouse shit, DUI, whatever the fuck it is. Not minimizing
Petty,
DUI,
petty
but
larceny, stole a fucking CD or
whatever.
some
Yeah,
fucking stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, something
exactly.
stupid.
Stole a pack of gum. I don't know. Some type of shoplifting or something. They can't send you somewhere else. They gotta send you to fucking Rikers or these hard ass prisons to do your fucking week or your 6 months or whatever, your 2 months.
Hey, don't do the crime if you don't want to
No,
do no
that's what I'm
time,
saying.
man.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, it's easy to
But
get
no, they
locked
got
up though. Yeah.
yo, it is for sure, and people gonna get a fucking reality check when they get put in them situations. But now a couple people had to get made of examples out of it, or something real fucked up had to happen until they, fixed it, so to speak, which is
Yeah.
always the case though, hindsight's, 2020. You know what I mean?
Chicken hawk
Hindsight's always
moving.
2020.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Hey, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab my
Yeah.
keys. I'm about to take a ride to the store real quick. Hold on.
Motherfucker. All right. Rikers is hell on earth. Yes, it is. I've never been. I don't want to. I don't want to know. I just thought it was fucked up. They would send regular folks there. That should be like a gang jail. But some asshole who I don't know. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Regular normal people shouldn't be locked up in that type of situation. Like they'll lock you up for too many parking tickets or some shit, unpaid parking tickets, some shit like that. Like you shouldn't be
Well,
locked up with, huh?
you want to hear about something real fucking stupid that they do out here in Connecticut? I don't know if they do it in New York. I think they do though. If you have child support
Yeah,
and you're not paying your, court order child support or whatever after, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is, then they'll put a warrant out for you for your arrest and lock you up. Now, explain to me how this makes any sense. So they're gonna lock somebody up and put them in prison because they're behind on their child support and can't pay. And these guys will be in there for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year and shit while they're going to court trying to fight this. Now, how the fuck are they paying anything while they're locked up the whole time? Could you make this make sense for me?
no, it doesn't
Because
make
I don't
sense.
understand this.
No, it doesn't make sense unless the guy's rich and can afford it, and he's not doing what
He
he's
would have
supposed to
been
be doing.
paying. He would have been paying
Yeah,
it if he could.
yeah,
Why would you
that's
lock?
fucked up.
Why would you not pay
Yeah,
so you can get an arrest warrant off you and get locked up the next time you get pulled over because you got an outstanding warrant for not paying your fucking child support?
that should be for
And
the
then they're
rich
gonna,
people.
And then
Yeah.
they're gonna lock you up when you're not paying it. So then you can't pay for another 6, 7, 8, 9 months. And that shit is all accruing. Now you owe even more by the time you get released on whatever agreement that you fucking work out with the people. Who the
Shit.
fuck came up with that fucking ingenious solution to the fucking problem? Because I can tell you right now, the person's got to be fucking brain dead.
The woke.
You
The
know?
woke. Yeah. Well, you gotta see the New York City Council. Nothing but brain dead idiots over there.
Well,
Morons.
whoever came up with that fucking policy deserves to go to jail themselves for being so fucking stupid. And for that to even go through and people be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. I bet that'll be a deterrent for these guys to fucking pay up. Like what?
Yeah.
It makes no fucking sense, dude. So if you're behind 3, 4 months by the time you get picked up, and then you got to do another 8 months by the time you see a judge and get everything figured out, now you're behind a year. You know, the payments don't stop because you're fucking locked up at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's retarded.
Shit.
Huh.
No, it's woke policies. Everything's backwards nowadays. Everything's fucking stupid.
I'm not kidding about that. I'm fucking kidding. That's for sure.
Hopefully, little by little, it's changing. Hopefully, little by little, people have had enough of this bullshit.
Who's this asshole you got on a fucking stream here? What is this? Dude, I don't know if I should fucking salute the flag or fucking what's going on here. Is the guy died or something? Who is that?
Wow, I thought you knew the Karen Reed case. That's the guy who
Oh,
got
that's the
fucked.
guy they whacked? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the picture in the uniform. I just seen the other fucking picture they got of the guy.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one. That's a John O'Keefe guy or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got about like a week left or so on that trial. Should be going to the fucking jury soon. It should be closing out any day now. I don't think they got much time left in that. Has there been any updates on the your boy Diddy? You heard anything?
Well, I think his ex-girlfriend testified and said that he's a cuck, you know. But that's not the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Who was his ex-girlfriend? Who's that? You know the
I
name
don't
to
know.
say?
Nah, let me
Oh
see.
shit. Yeah, see if you can find out. I haven't been paying attention. I've been meaning to fucking look that up. I just been busy, but
Oh no, she's testifying under the alias Jane. So you don't know her name. Her name is Jane Doe.
oh shit. Wow. So they got her on the stand under fucking protection too, huh? Oh. And now when? So when was this chick supposedly dating him? When was this? After Cassie or before or what? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see.
I think he's gonna have to fucking get on the stand, man.
He better.
I think his only chance is to get on the stand and fucking do the best he fucking can. I mean, I don't think Brian Steele's gonna want, and you never want your client to get on the stand, but in this case, I think he might fucking have to. I honestly do.
She said, did he often use terms like the voyeurism and escapism to describe his erotic preferences?
Escapism. The
I don't
fuck
know
is
what that
that?
is. The
Like kind
voyeurism, he likes to watch. He likes people to watch him.
oh, to like catch him doing something with his girl or something.
Yeah, he likes people watching while he bangs his girlfriend, whatever the fuck.
He's a sick fuck. That guy. There's something wrong with that guy.
Because they think you will purge yourself out by paying what's owed to get out. Here, they suspend your driver's license and any other professional license you may have. Right?
Where's that? Where's that?
Probably in Philly. Wherever the hell.
Oh, Philly? Yeah. Oh, see, I'm telling you, man, the shit is
Mo's
fucking
watching
stupid.
from the bushes.
Big Mo. What's going on, Mo?
Boy.
Maureen boy. Well, yeah, I don't know how much time they got left in this whole Diddy fucking thing, but I can't believe that this stupid asshole didn't fucking take a deal or whatever. The embarrassment and shit that's coming out about this
Yeah.
fucking guy is enough to be just
I
like,
think they
all
got
right.
about 3 weeks left. I think they said till the end of June. It's supposed to be a 2-month trial.
That's what they were saying, 8 weeks trial, 8 week trial, something like that.
Yeah, so probably by like early July, late June, it should be over.
Yeah.
He's got about like
Well,
2-3 weeks left.
yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to get convicted of the sex trafficking, and part of the RICO is what I think they're trying to work on now to show that, like, you know, employees and certain people had positions to carry out his fucking whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? So, I mean, technically, the way that the law is written, he probably will get convicted of the fucking racketeering and shit like that, but either way, he's definitely going to get at least like 20, 30 years for the fucking sex
I don't
trafficking
know.
alone. They've already proven the sex trafficking beyond a reasonable doubt, easily, you know? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I hear a lot of kinky sex. I mean, these girls, he was still paying their rent. They're saying they were abused. They didn't want to do it. But, come on. He's a multimillionaire, famous rapper, celebrity. Those girls were down, man.
Yeah,
They did
because
what they wanted to do.
he was using his position of power to control them and get
Well, he
things
used
done and
them for
commit
sure.
crimes.
He used
Well,
them like they
that's
were disposable, and they years later they're broke and they feel like they're older and they got nothing. Well, he's still living the lifestyle, so now they're fucking getting them and see what they can
well,
get out of him.
I don't agree with that part,
That's
but
part of it. I mean, these chicks. I mean, if you hated the guy, why is he still paying your rent? Why are you still rubbing his feet after the whole event went down? Don't tell me you
because
were mind fucked.
no,
We're
because
all adults here.
they
Yeah.
felt like they had to make this guy fucking happy because if he didn't, he was gonna fucking beat him up and fucking abuse him or leak the fucking tapes and embarrass them and shit like that. And at first, I'm sure it started out where they were just, getting involved, trying to make him happy, like, oh, this is something he's into. I want to make the guy happy to be with him, whatever. And then he used it and hung it over their fucking heads, and he used basically terror tactics to fucking control them and to fucking get away with doing the shit he was fucking doing. And the fact that he was in that position of power and he used that as where they bring in all the other fucking shit with the racketeering and all the other stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's why he's gonna have to get on the fucking he's gonna have to get on the stand and fucking explain this the best fucking way he can that he's gonna use the defense you were just talking about. But unfortunately in the eyes of the law, the way the law's written, that don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? It just doesn't.
He just got out of control with the sex. Yeah, he was too much fucking, man. You can't be doing all that fucking. I don't know.
Well
It
then
catches
then
up
you
to
had
you.
Well, then you had the problems of the payoffs and shit, and the silencing people, and threatening the families, and blowing up people's fucking cars, and breaking into their houses, and threatening to fucking leak, videotapes, and them getting plowed by 5 dudes and shit. The embarrassment out of, you know what I'm saying? That's where he's fucking up. It's all
Yeah.
the other shit. You know what I mean? He didn't have to do all that. You know what I mean? I'm sure these chicks would have been down, like you said, fucking for whatever. But it seemed to me like he liked to fucking terrorize people and hold that position of power over them to control them and
Oh, he did
abuse them
that too.
in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, he did that too. But yeah, I don't
That
know if he's gonna get life, but he's definitely gonna do a decent bid.
oh,
You know,
2030 just on the sex trafficking, I think are the guidelines.
damn.
And then they could do a upward, they could do a, they can go upwards on shit. They could do downward departures. They can also do a departure and go fucking upwards based on all the mitigating factors.
Even 20, he's gonna die in jail if he doesn't get out early.
Well, how old is he now? How old? Well, he
I
can't
think
be
he's
that old, right?
60.
Was he 50, 60?
He's pushing 60, I think, or he's 55. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gets out at 75 or 70 something.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
he could do it, but
I think technically anything over 25 years is considered life in the U.S. Most countries, I think it's 20, but I think here it's 25 to life or whatever.
yeah.
So if he gets something like that, like, yeah, he's facing basically, like you said, fucking possibly the rest of the guy's life in fucking prison. I mean, you want to talk about a fall from grace? I mean, Jesus. But look what they did to R. Kelly. You know what I mean? He got what 30 something fucking years for. And he wasn't even He wasn't even really abusing anybody or videotaping or doing any of the weird shit Diddy was fucking doing. He was just bringing chicks across state lines, and you know,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
fucked
know.
too. It's another one that got
Yeah.
fucked.
Mm-hmm.
My
So who
mind's
knows?
telling me no, but
Hmm.
my body.
Yeah, his body was telling him, all right.
Yeah.
His body was telling him, you about to do 100 years, boy.
Thank you, Tatone.
Well, were you just saying it earlier? I was listening while I was working and shit. Were you saying that his life's being threatened or something? He was claiming they're trying to kill him or something?
Yeah,
What's that all about? I didn't hear
somebody
about
sent
that
me a
shit.
text. He's
What's
probably
that?
fucking bugging out. He's looking for he's looking for any little way to weasel out of prison. Now he's saying
Well,
they're trying to kill him and shit in jail.
I mean, listen, I don't think the guy deserves to be doing no fucking 30 years in prison for what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those in that case right there, that's a case where I think that the family was fucking involved and they were trying to get whatever they could out of him. You know what I mean? And they used that
Well,
whole
they all were.
situation, knowing
Yeah.
what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
In the Diddy case, you're talking about grown ass people and shit, adults and shit. Like I don't know. It just seemed like two totally different situations, similar but different at the same time.
Yeah. There's some
But
similarities there, but yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think there's any hope for R. Kelly. Maybe, you never know, but I doubt it. They're gonna let him rot. He was a
I mean,
scumbag anyway. But
yeah, I mean, unless there's some way, something you can get on appeal somehow, get a, reduction in the sentencing and shit by some error the court might have made and sentence. I don't fucking know, but it don't look good for that guy, that's for sure.
Diddy's
And
an
I really
asshole
think he
too.
got railroaded. I think Diddy's worse than R. Kelly from everything I fucking
Yeah.
heard. But what's up with these guys? They're all into like the same weird shits, apparently.
Well, that's the Hollywood shit. That's the secret society in Hollywood. The weird
Yeah,
sexual perverted shit that you gotta, I don't know, that you gotta do or whatever.
I guess.
They're all into that weird shit. It's like a ritual. You want to be rich and famous? You want to be chosen to make millions of dollars and be
Well,
promoted all around the world? And yeah,
a lot of what I think it is I just think that these guys are so used to like getting whatever they want and so often and so much of it that they need to start doing other weird shit just to like get off and shit because the regular shit ain't working no more because they're just easy. You know what I'm saying? So they need to
well,
fucking
yeah.
they need to entangle themselves in this, debauchery and fucking ridiculous shit to fucking get their rocks off. Like the shit Diddy was doing was just fucking disgusting. The guy's a fucking sick bastard. You know what I mean?
He got addicted to the sex. He's been fornicating for over 30 years in Hollywood. So how many times are you gonna have a threesome or a foursome, and then it turns into some other shit?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He needed to get his rocks off in a
Yeah.
different way, doing some sadistic shit or having his girl plowed out by some fucking gorilla or something. You know what I mean? Like the guy was fucking sick, man.
Part of it was the drug abuse too that he was into. He went, he spiraled out of control with it.
Oh, I did hear that too. They said he was like drugging people, like GHB, like the date rape drug, or like doing it to himself or something,
Yeah,
supposedly.
all that
What the
shit,
fuck?
ecstasy, all that shit. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
he
And then
got
he was,
crazy with it.
yeah, and then he was trying to like pay people off to silence. So that's where the fucking Rico and all the other shit comes in, is when he started doing that. That's what really fucked him. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't know why he thought he was gonna be able to get away with that shit. At some point in time, he had to know that was gonna bite him in the ass.
he thought he just had too much money, too much power, too many connections. He thought he was good. They all these assholes, Harvey Weinstein, all these assholes thought they were too powerful to get knocked. And
And that's what,
yeah,
and that's why he's gonna get his boot smoked because of what happened to those guys. Weinstein was way more powerful than fucking
yeah,
Diddy ever was, and he was white. You know what I mean?
yeah. There's no
And
hope
I
for
really,
anybody.
yeah, that was pretty much the sign to everybody, like nobody's safe. But then they had that other guy, was that the king or prince or whatever the fuck his name was, that sick fuck that did the interview out there in England with the what was it, the prince or whatever, the king's brother there
Who the
or the
fuck is
uncle.
that? No, I don't know who the fuck is that. Who?
Remember
Prince Andrew. Yeah.
yeah, remember that dumb motherfucker went on and did the interview on TV, and they were putting up the picture of him and that girl or whatever. And I don't know if this is true or not, but did somebody say I heard that girl's now she's missing or something like that? Is that
No, no,
true?
no. She's not missing. She killed herself. She unalived herself.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah, but there's something nefarious going along with that or something, wasn't there?
Well, yeah, she's the second unaliving connected to Epstein. Besides Epstein, now she
Besides him,
unalived
yeah,
herself.
yeah, yeah.
I think she
Something's
did it
not
out of
right.
shame though, because like a week before that or 2 weeks before that, whatever,
Uh, uh,
she got into like a car accident, like a minor car accident or something.
really?
And yeah, but she did like a whole post from like a hospital bed saying that she was fucked up. She only had days to live. And
What?
yeah, this was her last post and this and that. The
Really?
doctor said she only had 4 days to live. Yeah. And then they did interviews with people that are around her, and they said, we don't know why she's saying that. She's fine. Like,
Oh shit.
yeah. So she got embarrassed, I think, and she got caught in a lie.
Or
Even the
or
truck driver
somebody
said, yeah.
or somebody had control over her shit and they planned to kill her, so they were making her fucking type that shit so they could
No,
fucking take her out and it could explain what happened to her. No,
it's a
isn't that possible?
possibility. Anything's possible. Who
Well,
knows? It's a big mystery.
did you ever watch the interview that fucking guy did on the fucking
I saw
the
a
news
clip of it when he
yesterday?
denied that he ever fucked with her. You know?
Dude, this fucking maniac, right? They had the picture of him with the girl in the kitchen or whatever. Remember they had that picture of them together and she claimed she was like 17 at the time. And they said to the Prince Andrew guy, they says, well, this is you in the picture with this girl, right? And he's like, yeah, that's me. And they says, well, what about this part right here where you're, standing next to her and you're holding her? He says, well, that's definitely me in the picture, but I don't think that arm or that hand is mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Said it
what
was
type of...
Photoshop.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a sick fuck to sit there and say, yeah, that's me, but that hand isn't mine, or that arm isn't fucking mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's crazy. But these people do that shit and say it with a straight face. That's got to be one of the worst interviews I've ever fucking seen somebody that were trying to prove themselves innocent. It was like the one R. Kelly did there. Remember that idiot got on there and was 30 years of my career, motherfuckers. He was going crazy.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing too.
But I
I
mean,
don't know.
Prince Andrew felt vindicated once they found out that she lied about the car accident, that she wasn't dying. And he
Oh
said,
yeah.
yeah, he said, this is the same type of behavior that's typical of blah, 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 blah. So he kind of felt vindicated that she got caught in that lie. And I think that's why she unalived
Oh,
herself.
that makes sense now that you're saying that. Then, so she got embarrassed and caught. So now it looks like everybody else is thinking she lied about the whole other situation. Then basically, is what we're
Probably.
saying.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look
Ah,
good for her. It doesn't look good.
no,
You know,
no.
if she'll lie about
Anytime,
something like that.
yeah, anytime you'll lie about anything, if they use that to judge somebody's credibility. If you lie about a little thing or something stupid, then you'll definitely lie about something big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that, yeah, he probably does feel vindicated after that. Then, like, the girl's a fucking pathological liar. She's trying to get money or fame, whatever the fuck she's trying to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
She definitely has some sort of mental illness there, at least towards the end. Yeah.
Well, it seems like a lot of these people all have that in common.
Yeah.
Realistically, I think it's a trait amongst all these people. That get themselves in these situations. There's definitely something fucking not going on upstairs. And I feel like them people they can like sense that and they target them people. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking that, like, it must be rough being a celebrity, man. Like, you have it good, you make millions of dollars pretty easy. You got. But
They're a
at the
target.
same time, yeah, like people target you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they look at you as a walking fucking dollar sign, so they're gonna get you. And you gotta watch out who you get involved with, who you deal with,
Yeah.
romantically or friendship wise, all that.
That's what they did to fucking Michael Jackson, man. That's what they
Yeah,
did to
they
him.
took it. They knew he looked weird. He was a little weird. He put himself in a lot of bad positions, though, that he didn't need to do. But he was a weirdo. And
I don't
he
I
was.
don't
You
I
know,
don't agree with that, but go ahead.
how could you not? I mean, look at him. And he was a weirdo. He had some problems there. Uh, he's very
Uh,
effeminate. The way he looked with
uh,
his face, he wanted to look like Diana Ross, all that shit.
oh my god, you listen to all the fucking rag tabloids, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. What
No,
the
there's one
fuck,
even
man?
worse that I don't believe. They're saying Diana Ross is his mother, and Smokey
No, come on.
Robinson
He
was
didn't.
his father.
No. It's
They have the
ridiculous.
same eyes. They
Come on.
said.
Come on. Yeah, we both. I must be your cousin then, dude. We got two eyes, dude. I got ears too. You know what I mean?
No, but they have the same type of eyes, like the Sidaku eyes or whatever, where the fucking
The
pupils
father
don't touch
had
the
them.
eyelid. Yeah,
The father had them too. Look at his dad. Look at Joe Jackson's
Joe
fucking eye. He's a
Jackson.
weird
Yeah,
looking. Joe Jackson was a weird looking motherfucker, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that threw me off was that Janet looks like Michael. So I'm like, wait a minute, after all
They
that
all look the
plastic
same.
surgery.
So does Latoya. Latoya looks
Oh
just
yeah,
like him too.
Latoya too, but she did a lot of fucking. They must have the same plastic surgeon or something.
He only had fucking two different nose jobs, dude. He used to put that fucking tape over his nose as a gag to like the fucking paparazzis and shit. He used to like fuck with them doing that. You know what I mean? He never had nothing going on with that.
But then he always
He
had
got the
band-aids on his nails and shit.
on his what?
Remember, he used to have the band-aid always on his fucking finger or his thumb.
No, he used to wear the fucking sports tape around his fingers. That was part of his little fucking stick as a musician. Like the guitar players used to use that to like, but they get calluses and shit on their fingers from playing music and shit like that.
Yeah,
That was just like a look that he fucking had. Like the shit with the glove when he wore the glove and shit. Like, oh, he fucking wears a glove or whatever, this and that. It's like, yeah, well, he wore that because he had a skin disease and it first showed up on his fucking hand and his costume designer lady that did all of his wardrobe shit said, oh, just wear a glove and shit. Nobody will see it. You know what I mean? So that's why he started doing that. But I ain't gonna turn this into a fucking Michael Jackson show. But the bottom line is fucking yeah. I mean these the tabloids and the media and shit, they could project and put shit on fucking anybody and shit, and they can make anything look like something that it's not. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I'm not gonna say fucking whether or not everybody's innocent or guilty based on something that you see, but your perception can be skewed. You know what I mean by what you're reading and what they're putting out there. They can make
yeah.
anybody fucking look bad. You know what I mean? Realistically.
No, for sure. I mean, look what they do to Trump all the time. MSNBC, CNN. You got to
Yeah,
hear how
all
they
of them.
talk
They're
about this guy.
vicious. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
vicious, man. And listen, I don't agree with everything that the guy fucking says or does. I mean, I think you'd have to be an asshole to say something like that. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I also don't think that he's what they portray the fucking guy to be either.
yeah, no, they
I
definitely
think he
hype it
gets a
up.
lot of shit. Yeah, he gets a
Yeah,
lot of shit from everybody, from every which way, and shit. It's probably fucking difficult being that guy at times. Takes
well,
thick skin to fucking want to deal with that shit. No.
oh yeah, for sure, a lot of pressure,
So
but he don't
yeah,
feel it.
no, he keeps chugging along, doing his thing. But what do you think's going on with this fucking asshole Putin and these guys, man, with this shit, man? What do you think? They're gonna put an end to this shit soon or what?
I don't think so. No, it doesn't look that way.
It doesn't, right?
Seems like it's escalating. Actually,
I know. That's what I was
uh,
asking. What you think? What you
they're
think's
gonna
gonna
have to
happen?
whack that guy. Putin's gonna have to get whacked by his own people, preferably. But that's the only way this ends, because yeah, he's
Well,
not
did
gonna
you
stop.
see? Did you see that shit that came out recently about Putin?
Wow,
Supposedly, they believe that he's going through cancer, colon cancer right now.
man, they've been saying that for the past 2 years since the war started. They were hoping he was gonna die. His
Well,
hands are
no,
shaking, and
yeah, there was a picture that they just put out recently and shit that had his hand. It was grasping the table like Hitler used to do when Hitler had a MS or whatever.
yeah,
He used to keep his arm behind his back because he used to shake all the time or whatever. Well,
I saw that.
Putin's been caught grabbing tables and clenching chairs and shit like that because of the shakes and tremors that he has. But they zoomed in on his right hand the other day,
Yeah,
and he had fucking track marks on the back of his hand from all the IVs and injections that he's been getting and treatments.
yeah,
So I think that it might be true because they wound up you know those bodyguards that he's always with that carry the briefcases around with him and shit like that.
yeah. I see those
You know,
assholes.
yeah. Well, do you know what the main guy with that briefcase is for?
That's the nuclear bomb code.
No, 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 my friend. Mm-mm. That's the guy that collects all of his shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, everywhere that he goes, he has those guys with him because he won't use toilets or anything like that because you can take somebody's stool sample and you can run tests on it and shit to find out if they have any genetic conditions or inherited, diseases and shit like that from their stool samples. Just like when you go to the doctors asking for a stool sample or blood and shit, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So he makes sure that when he defecates, that he does it in fucking bags at all these places, and he gives it to these guys to take back with them, so nobody can get their hands on it. Well, what happened is one of his nephews, who I guess is technically going to be like an heir to the throne, so to speak, they wound up hacking into his computer and they got his medical records from his doctor that were stored on his computer through like emails that he had received. And they found out that his family has this particular gene that is susceptible to prostate and colon cancer, and that he has it genetically inherited through his DNA. So they believe that that's fucking what's going on with the guy, and he's actually pretty sick right now, supposedly. So it is possible that the guy's
yeah.
fucking, on his deathbed or getting close to it if it turns out to be fucking true. Which why else would you have track marks on the back of your hand if you're not getting intensive fucking IVs and treatments and shit done?
Yeah.
Nothing else explains that unless he's a fucking heroin addict and nobody knows that. I highly doubt it.
Nah, the world better hope he's dying, but I don't think
Well,
so.
he's like 80, isn't he? Close to like 80?
Yeah, he's up there. He's in his late 70s.
He has to be, right? If
He
not
made a
older than that
law.
now.
Yeah, I think he made a law to rule to like 2036 or some shit. He thinks he's
Oh,
gonna
well, he
live
kept
forever.
changing it. Yeah, he kept changing it so he can stay in power.
He's a piece of shit. But yeah, they said this before during the war. Like, they found track marks in his arms. He's shaking and this and that. They think he's got cancer treatments. And then a month later, he shows up to some fucking meeting with Kim Jong Un, and he's fine. He's fucking, looks better than ever. The piece of shit. So I
Well,
don't know, man.
the Hitler did that too when he really was on his way to the deathbed. If they made it past the war, he wouldn't be around much longer after that because he was
Nah.
a fucking mess.
Yeah, he was at 56. He was already going.
Yeah. So they can spruce him up and gas him up with some fucking, some meds to keep them pumped up for like a day or two, but then it's gonna wear off and take a toll on them. They gotta be in bed for a week, and that's the shit you don't see afterwards, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
with Kim Jong Un, that guy's a mess too. He's gotta be one of the most unhealthy fucking world leaders ever.
yeah, for sure.
And they said supposedly that the sister is fucking the heir to the throne, the sister. She's supposedly worse than fucking he is. They're saying she's like a straight fucking tyrant. Supposedly, they said she's fucking vicious.
Yeah, she's straight out of a bad fucking Tarantino movie. That chick.
Yeah, like that Uma Thurman from Kill Bill or something.
Yeah, that type of shit.
Yeah. Which, if you're a woman and you're living in that type of society where it's a man's world, so to speak, and everybody in power is always men, you got to be extra fucking vicious and shit if you want to be a woman that's gonna survive. You know.
Yeah, she's the one always threatening nuclear war and all this other shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's a sick fuck. The father even said, like, when he was before he died, when he was announcing who was gonna take over, that she was gonna be a successor before the rest of them. And then he killed his brother in Malaysia. Remember at the airport, like, he whacked his brother out in front of like fucking a couple 100,000 people at the airport.
Yeah.
With them two chicks, they hit him with the face with that nerve agent.
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy.
In a game show. Yeah.
Yeah, they thought they were doing a like a spoof reality show and shit. They had been doing it for months supposedly. Like going up to different people and pulling pranks and shit like that. So when the time came for them to hit that guy with that shit, they thought it was just a regular fucking day. You know, they really manipulated the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Pretty smart when you think about it, though. You know, pretty clever. But I don't think you want to get on that guy's bad fucking side.
No, that guy's an asshole. He probably killed a few people because they just had like a boat undocking, like a military ship, and it sank as soon as they fucking christened it. They didn't even leave the dock; it sank, and then he watched it.
When was this?
Like a couple of weeks back.
Really?
Yeah, they were inaugurating some new North Korean military ship, and it sank in the dock as soon as they were ready to set sail.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, it tipped
Are you
over
serious?
on the side. Yeah.
Oh shit!
So he was furious.
So he's gonna kill a whole bunch of people for that, for sure.
Exactly.
That's like a big ass embarrassment. Yeah.
The dock owner and everybody.
Yeah. Remember what they did to his fucking uncle? He brought him to the fucking stadium, made everybody show up in Pyongyang, and then shot him with fucking anti-aircraft fucking missiles in front of everybody at the stadium.
Yeah.
That takes a different type of motherfucker right there to do that shit. Like, that's some sick fucking anti-aircraft gun to his own uncle because he didn't fucking like something he said or did or whatever. A sick fucking bad. Who is that? Buick? Is that my dude, Tony Buick? Hey, Buick, what's going on, man? Living a dream, bro. Living a dream. How you doing, man? You still you got them girls in the closet still or what?
No.
You dropped them off?
No, I'm a good boy. Colin. Just in case my wife is watching.
I got you. Yeah, blink twice. Let us know you're all right. You know.
I'll shake my toes.
Yeah. Give us a wiggle or something. A little cute. Let us know things are going all right. You know.
Hey, listen, Colin. No,
yeah.
the Putin. You know what you see in newspapers in Europe or America. It's just plain propaganda. I can still remember they said it on a couple of weeks after they started that invasion. They said Putin's got cancer, he's dying. I can still remember the Australian press was dining out on that for like months. He's still around, he's healthy. I knew from the beginning. It's what you call, ever since that,
well, just because he's alive doesn't mean he's not getting treatment for anything.
No, you got to see. I mean, you've got to see 3.5 years later, you don't see the person losing weight. He's not like, sick. When a leader's in trouble? When he disappears for 3-4 months. Putin is apparently, because I follow some channels that are, a bit neutral. And you see him every few days. He's doing interviews.
What do you think? What do you think about the track marks on the back of his hands and the shaking and clenching the tables? Then what do you think that is?
I can't say much because I didn't see it comment. So what I don't know, I refrain from commenting. But yeah, no. Listen,
check it out.
If you go by the track record of the Western press, the last 3.5-4 years.
No. This wasn't. No, this was news from over there. This wasn't no American channel.
Well, I'll probably look into it later on or tonight, and I'll have a look. I can't.
Yeah, check it out.
Things. Yeah.
Give it a look. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Aside from that, don't forget but we've been over this. I went over it with Chris, I think, about 2 weeks ago. They were saying Russia's opening washing machines to get the chips. They got no tanks. They're borrowing. It's what you do when you're at war. Practically NATO, 34 countries are at war with one country. So they're going to throw all the spanners, disinformation. One of the first rules in war is disinformation. In fact, that's the most important weapon. Bigger than any hot fire weapons is disinformation. Muddy the waters. Make your populace, to think, oh, yep, we're doing the right thing. We're going to bash Russia or we're going to defeat Russia, so that you get your people on the right side. But over to you. What do you think?
What do I think? What about the war in Russia? Ukraine?
No. I'm about the importance of disinformation. I can't emphasize it more.
Propaganda is always the peak. I mean,
Hitler's the one you got to use. The first weapon.
That's what Hitler used to take over Germany.
Yeah, disinformation. Every country's got it, doesn't? Even the most angel and God-fearing country. I mean, in statecraft means government institutions. You got to have ready to go disinformation in your back pocket, plan B, C, D, and the rest. So that's the first thing you got to do is disinformation. And I'm afraid that's what's been going on there. They've been saying Putin's dying 3.5 years ago, and he looks as good, as normal as any. I mean, it was the other way around. Though.
That info just come out though.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'll give you a good little example. Joe Biden, see how your own government media, apart from Fox, only Fox, everyone was hiding that he was a sick man. He had the works until he got caught out in the debate, literally on the first sentence, Medicaid, and Trump was watching this and he was smiling like a Cheshire cat because he knew that's it. It's the end of So that's the thing. Your own media, ABC News, CBS, CNN, they were hiding what the hell was happening with Biden. This guy was a sick man, sick puppy. His staff was running the government. Maybe Jake Sullivan and all that, plus his wife. They were running the government. But anyway, over to you, Colin.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I jumped in my car real quick. It's trying to connect to my Bluetooth. Hold on.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, Gunsmoke? For 4 years, they were hiding until that debate what Biden had. That guy was sick. He couldn't.
Tony,
put two sentences together.
Well, Tony, that kind of goes against what you were just saying, because you have to remember that all of the opposing media that was covering it told everybody how sick Biden was and that he was suffering from a disease or a condition, and he wasn't mentally all there or acute or anything. And the people that supported him covered it up and hid it until they couldn't anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't say that the people that are reporting that he's got track marks on him and he's shaking, they got video.
Oh, well, I have to know. You're telling me that's common. You're very. What happened to your signal? You're breaking out. You're breaking up. What happened to you?
I'm in my car right now.
Oh, okay. You're in your car. So the track marks and all that, is that from Russian media? You're telling me, not from American?
No, it wasn't American media. It was one of these YouTube news fucking channels. I was doing a biography. It was doing a biography type thing on the agents and shit that are around him and how he travels with the security, and they take his feces and samples, and the people that hacked into his nephew's computer and got the emails from his doctor visits.
Yeah,
it was like a BBC. It was like a BBC story or something from like Britain.
Well, it's a BBC. If it's a BBC, they're more serious journalism and good reputation. So if I hear it from them, I will, even though they do a little bit, of course, it's in their interest. MI6 wants, they go according to what the MI6, like every government, the national broadcaster has got to follow the government rules. So they have to report a little bit of disinformation. That's normal. But anyway, I'll look into it. But anyway, what else? You were talking about Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was weird, wasn't he?
He was.
I don't think so, but other people do, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he was. I mean, the guy was. He had a few issues, but he did create good music. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, he's a legend.
Yeah, yeah. I can still remember. I was 18 years old, and I think it was 85 when it came out before. I think 83, 84. The Thriller. Back then, that was like wow. That was different at the time. It was considered wow. You know what I mean? I can still remember it. I was still in high school. No, just finished actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the early 80s, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was around 83, 84, I think. Yeah, I was about 16 then. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the first person he was
fantastic.
the first black person ever on MTV.
On what?
MTV.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that, but yeah. That's
Yeah,
more American.
he broke the color barrier for MTV. Right?
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Where are you at, Tony? Where are you in Philippines still, or no? You moved? Or you went somewhere else?
I'm still here, my man. I'm still here. I'm just back at my home base. In other words, the city where my wife comes from, and I've got, relatives around here, or her brothers and sisters. I'll be visiting them tonight. I'll be going over to my sister-in-law's for dinner tonight. And
How
then
long
we're going to do...
How long are you there for? How long are you staying in the Philippines for?
I've still got probably 4 or 5 weeks before I get home.
Damn, really? Nice.
Yeah.
You're doing a fucking world tour out there, huh?
Well, Southeast Asia, or with a 1 week in Taiwan. I went and visited my oldest daughter. Not with this, my current wife, but yeah.
Yeah. No, that's nice though. You having a good time?
Yeah, I'm having it is getting a bit boring. I was thinking, should I change my ticket and leave next week, or just go through it, because I am starting to miss home a bit. But then I thought, you know what, I'm not going to see this country until next year. So I thought, you know what, just squeeze the lemon until it's all done, and another 4 or 5 weeks, and then I'll be home. Yeah. Hey,
so where's the best?
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place that you've traveled so far out there?
Well, out of emotion, I loved it when I visited my daughter in Taiwan. Beautiful girl, loves me to bits, even though anyway, it's a long story, I suppose. You haven't heard it before, have you? I never saw her.
I think briefly.
Saw her for the first 12 years until I got pictures set. And then I never physically hugged her until she was 25 in 2015. But anyway, yeah, lovely girl, But it's a long story, yeah. Yeah, so I'm in Philippines. It's a different country. It's paradise here, Yeah.
Must be nice, huh? Palm tree boy.
It is.
So
it's
you like the Philippines the best?
Listen, because it is. It's like Thailand, if anyone has seen, or Bali. Southeast Asia is similar.
Yeah.
Local food is not as good as Thai food or Malaysian food, but luckily they've got the international food chains. They've got Wendy's here, they've got Burger King, they've got the beautiful pizza places, and they've got good Japanese restaurants, Chinese food. Yeah.
Right. I like Thai food's my favorite. I love Thai food.
Yeah. A lot of foreigners here say if the Filipino local cuisine was like Thai, it It's the full package. It's the best because they speak English. In Thailand, they don't speak English. It's not their first language. You get
the Philippines
people,
do though. The Philippines
yeah,
do. Yeah,
it does. It's because of your legacy of being here since 1898, since McKinley. McKinley was the one who put in motion to come here. And it all started because they wanted to get rid of Spain out of your hemisphere and put an end to her dying empire once and for all. And that's what happened they went in, I think, 1897 or 98. They sent the famous ship, the Maine. It was called the Maine after a state in the United States. And they deliberately sailed it to Cuba, Havana Harbor or somewhere. And they self-exploded it. They exploded it so they can blame Spain on the incident. And the Hearst, back then, the Hearst newspaper group was like the Rupert Murdoch group of the day. You know what I mean? The Hearst back then. Yeah, they were the biggest media company in America and probably in the Western world. They played on it, revenge.
That William Randolph Hearst, right?
Yeah, Randolph Hearst.
Yeah.
Oh, good old Randolph Hearst. With instructions a bit from the government of the day. Like I said, governments work with their medias hand in hand. The people are not supposed to know that because then they say, oh, what sort of free media we got? It's just a mouthpiece of the government. Of course, they can. They've got a division where they can criticize governments, but when it comes to national issues, all media groups have to serve the government. It's just by nature. Otherwise, you don't have a country if your media doesn't help you in national issues against foreign countries. That's normal. But anyway, sorry to digress. So the Hearst, so all of a sudden, to cut a long story short, I don't want to bore people, he's attacked Cuba, and Spain gave up, literally surrendered within a couple of days, and all of a sudden Cuba becomes your baby, and by automatic, Spain handed over Puerto Rico. That's why you got Puerto Rico today, all because of the Maine incident. It was like one shot, two birds in the hand. Then they went for the triple. They went over the Pacific, and that's when you began to be a Pacific. Up until then, you were up to Hawaii, a power, no more than Western Samoa. But you went over to get rid of Spain, where on the edge of Asia called Philippine Islands, and that's how. And Spain was at the end there. They fired a few shots. You got rid of Spain within a couple of days, and I think you paid Spain $20 million. Back then it was a bit of money, and they handed over their little property called the Philippine Islands, and that's how you got the three islands all together in one shot. Yeah, and you began to be an empire from there.
The people out there, they're mostly like a big Hispanic influence out there in the Philippines. They're like a mix, right? You would say?
Yes, because of the Spain was in all those three and more, but those three that you took over, the Spanish language was here. And that's why, as we started the conversation, in Philippines, they encouraged the locals to get rid of the Spanish language. They didn't do it in Puerto Rico or Cuba because it was a different. They thought, no, the people get very angry. But they easily threw away Spanish out of the newspapers, out of the schools, because they knew the people are Asian and Malayan in racial group. So they didn't want Spanish themselves either. So it was quickly ditched and English replaced it. Yeah, and that's why they speak English to finish off how we started. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, I know most of the people there, the locals, do speak English and Filipino too.
Yeah, it's their main language. Yeah, it's the main. It's actually alongside Tagalog, which is the national language. See, all these different islands have got different dialects. In other words, you know, the base of the language is similar, but if you go to one certain part of the island, they don't understand each other without English. English unifies them alongside Tagalog. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You ever been to India?
No, I don't have any plans to go there either.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not far from all that shit. That's all I was wondering. Just curious.
It is a bit far. It's not close. It's not Southeast Asia.
Well, compared to where we are is what I meant, though.
Oh yeah, where you are, yes, it's far. It's far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long's the flight? How long's the flight to Taiwan from Australia, where you're at?
I came first when I left 7 weeks ago. I went to Malaysia. I did 3 days there. That was 7 hours. And then I did, we'll put it this way, Philippines from Australia is about 7.5 hours to cut it short, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad, though.
Yeah, it's not that bad. From where you are, it's about 14 to 15 hours. And you got to go, the shortest way from the USA is you got to go west to San Francisco. Then from there, you'll either stop in Korea,
it's like 20,
Hong Kong. Yeah.
It's like 22 hours if you go from where we are on the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's like a whole fucking day.
Yeah, if you come from the East Coast, for sure, 20 hours. You're right, Common. I forgot about that. Yeah. From where you are, it's the long way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's a completely opposite side of the world, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm just reading. I'm looking on my phone because the screen you see is on my iPad. I'm facing it on the wall, but I'm reading on the phone. I likes gay uncle. You love sinking the boots into me, son. He says, if you get, I'm reading his comment. If you get seated next to Tony Buick on a plane, you'll need 2 sets of headphones.
I was gonna say,
I was sinking the boots.
I was gonna say the only guy on here that could give JC a run for his money.
JC, hey,
yeah,
hey, you know JC. I think is he the same guy with the goatee and he wears sunglasses?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard from someone that he was on the British guy's channel the other day. Yeah.
What British guy?
Hey,
what British guy?
I've had a little bit of a conversation with him before. I forgot whose channel it was, but I'd love for him to come on Gunsmoke. He's a smart cookie. He knows his history. I've observed him. He really does. And he knows and a lot more than even that. So I wish he could come on Gunsmoke's show one day.
No, he ain't coming over.
Okay,
he ain't coming over here.
Okay, lucky you filled me in because I don't know the alliances. You know, who's allied to here, to there. You know what I mean? I don't know the alliances. I know what you mean.
You never seen his infamous soft white underbelly interview?
Who was on it?
JC.
Was he on the? I've heard of the soft underbelly. That's that bloke who's he's got a good channel. Why? What did he say?
You got to check it out. You'll have to Google it.
Okay. Yeah, but what? His name was not going to come up as JC, is it?
Yeah. I think so, right, Gunsmoke? How do you look it up? Do you know how to look it up?
Okay, so if I put in my YouTube, soft white underbelly interview with JC, do you think it will come up?
I'm pretty sure it should. Let me. Damn, can somebody do it right now? I don't know. How do you do that, Gunsmoke? Somebody drop the link
if you do, put it on the screen, Common, and I'll take a screenshot and then I'll take over from there later.
Motherfucker.
What?
Just type in JC fucking soft white underbelly or Jeff Crow or some shit.
Oh yeah, that might be it actually. Jeff Crow. Yeah, maybe you have to look up his whole name. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, type in soft white underbelly Jeff Crow. I think that's his name, JC. Yeah, I think that's
okay. I'll check it later. But
next time we talk, you'll have to fill me in. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a classic interview. Let me tell you.
Yeah, classic as in what way?
You'll see.
Okay.
Classic bullshit. How about that?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Like I was saying, Common, I don't know the alliances and all these, but like I said, I love Angel Gotti. She's my girl, and but
Sorry to
yeah,
hear
you
that.
know, but I come on here and I'm a neutral, even with and if you notice, I don't just because I like Angel Gotti, I don't say bad things and insult other content creators who don't get along. That's my rule. I don't. Like she, you know, they, you know, with over there, not just her, but with her new partners. I might, they got disagreements with someone I like, Eric Foss. You know Eric Foss.
Yeah.
You know, to me, but like I said, my mother taught me when two friends are having a beef, never put your nose into it. You know what I mean?
Yep. I hear
Yeah,
you.
that's how I am. That's why you'll never see me say a bad thing about Eric Foss on no channel. He's the real deal, even though, and same with the other way. I don't put my nose and I don't take sides, but I just, I got to be a bit loyal because Angel was the first show I ever went on, and I suppose Eric would understand that, because he's a real man, he's the real deal, that guy, but that's as much as I'll say. I don't want to annoy Angel, but yeah, I love Angel. She's my baby, but yeah. So other than that, what else has been going on, Common? You haven't been around lately.
No, I've just been busy, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I suppose when I get home, you won't see me often. I'll be back to, doing my shit over there. I'll probably pop on once a week and that. But yeah, I'll be listening and all the replays and that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have safe
Yeah.
travels when you do get back home there.
Yeah, but I still got 4 or 5 weeks to go. So yeah, all you suckers out there haven't seen the last of me yet. I'll drive you nuts. Yeah.
All right.
What happened to you, Gunsmoke? Where are you?
It's time to shut her down soon.
Oh yeah. I'm just looking
I'm about
at
to
the
jump off
time.
myself because I got something to eat, so I want to eat while I'm on here.
Yeah,
I'm fucking
wow, it's
starving myself.
3:15. I just looked at the
Yeah.
time. For me, it's afternoon. For me, it's 3:15 p.m. Usually got 3:15 a.m. Man, get some sleep, guys.
But all right, man. Yeah, I'm gonna jump down, Smoke. We'll catch up though.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you,
All right,
Colin.
Carmen, a pleasure.
All right,
Always a
all right,
pleasure
Tony.
to be
Take
on
care of
panel
yourself.
with you. Yeah,
You
all
too,
right,
Tony.
good night. I'll say good night, guys.
All right, guys. Take care, Tony. All right.
Appreciate you,
Smoke. Later,
Colin.
man.
Thank
see
you,
ya.
Tony.
Yeah,
Yes,
go
sir.
and get
All right.
some sleep. Yeah. All right, get your rest. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tony. I want to thank Danny Green. Good to see you tonight, Danny Green, boy. Taton, Bella, J Dams, Stepchild, DL, and the anonymous person. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you to Frank, Common Sense, Tony Buick for coming on the show tonight. Nightmare. Thank you, Nightmare. We'll be live tomorrow night, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all have a good night now. Until next time. Peace.